and my mic is muted. But I'll say it again. This is the Comic Hall and Roundtable Discussion. I am your host, Matt O. We've got Remo in the building.
What's happening, y'all?
And we've got Chris from the Outcast United is in the building. The other crew will be joining us later on tonight. Gentlemen, how are you doing? It's been what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, good to see everybody, man.
Good to see y'all, man.
Now, what's been going on?
I just been stacking comics.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, spending too much damn money on these books, man. Trying to catch up on runs and finish runs, short runs, I should say, arcs.
All right, let's get right out of the gate. The Boys season 3 is lurking around the corner, and one of the actors is saying that the new show is expected to be even more gruesome than season 2.
Man, how much more can they do before it becomes a horror show?
I think they're trying to outdo Invincible.
Yeah.
Especially after last night. This new episode. Yeah, I think they're trying to outdo Invincible, man. So
I mean, they ain't far off.
If you can do it, live action like you do Invincible, man.
More power to you.
Yeah, if you can do that, man.
I mean, when Garth Ennis created the Boys, he created them and then he went on and did Preacher, and he said that Preacher was going to outdo the Boys when he created Preacher. So I guess it follows suit.
I mean, in theory, it kind of did, but too bad the show didn't live up to that.
No, it did not. That was something.
Garbage.
It's right there with the Walking Sleep.
Yeah, they were trying to make it like Walking Dead for some reason.
It was just bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see exactly what's supposed to be gruesome, considering, like I said, how bad last season was. Last season was just like really over the top.
Like I said, they got their work cut out for them to be more gruesome for season 3 of The Boys than they were for season 2. Because season 2, I mean, the show started out gruesome, and I mean that first episode and her getting run through, not even run down, getting run through was bad. I mean, so good, more power to them. They can pull it off. I'm all for it because I do love The Boys. I love the aspect that it was a show that got picked up by Amazon, because it could have ended up being on like CBS or ABC or something like that. But I'm glad it got picked up by somebody who has the balls to actually do the show true to the medium that it spawned from. It's not page for page, but it's damn close, especially as far as like the story, the gruesome nature, like the changes that they did make were changes that were welcome and expected for the difference between when the comic was created and when the show was created.
Yeah.
I mean, they even made a place for Simon Pegg because they went to him because Huey in the comic books is portrayed from Simon Pegg. They actually reached out to him and through his publicist was like, "Hey, these guys want to use your likeness for a character in a comic book," and he thought it was all a joke and it turned out to be real, and that's why Huey looks like Simon Pegg in the comics. And when it came to doing the show, he actually turned it down because he was like, Huey's supposed to be a young guy and I'm too old now. And so then they made up the character of Huey's dad, who was not in the comic books, to be in the show so that Simon Pegg could still be a part of the show since he was a part of the comic book.
Well, I've told people, I think, man, I think we're going to see, due to the success of shows like this and Invincible, I think we're going to see a lot more comic adaptations of these ultra-violent shows in the books.
Right.
I won't be surprised if Midnight is right around the corner.
I would be... you know what, though? Midnighter is actually a comic book that's probably perfect for where we are in the world right now. Because here we have a character who does... who has the ultra-violence and all that. He's a hand-to-hand combatant. He's got his superpowers and everything. But he's also... gives representation, which is what everybody screams for. Every time there's a new comic book show, they want to be represented in their part. And here we have Midnighter, who is dating Apollo. he's homosexual. You know, so there's a show that'll give people that representation on television. You know, coming from the comic book, showing that comic books are listening and giving people what they're asking for.
You know, I was hoping Sean would be on the panel when I say this, but you know, a show that I would absolutely love for them to do in the mold of Invincible in the animated and keep it animated, and that's Savage Dragon.
Woo,
that would be
boy.
like perfect. That would be like perfect for them. Just do the animation like the way it's drawn, and run it, man.
Man, that would just be that. You know what? Savage Dragon animated show would be right up there with the old school HBO Spawn cartoon that was on. Yeah, it's on HBO Max now. I watch every one episode every once in a while. It was that gruesome, down and dirty, gritty, animated Spawn. It was just like Spawn was down and dirty and gritty in the comics, and then here you have this cartoon that's exactly like the medium. It was amazing. Savage Dragon would do great too if they did the same thing.
Yeah, I really think they think it would. All right,
but open up the door for so many other characters too.
So let's move along here. Get this set up. All right, y'all bear with me. All right, let's see. Yeah. All right. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do I have any volume?
No volume.
No volume?
No volume.
All right, let me back out of there. This thing is tripping. All right, let's go back here.
It's interesting you bringing up that trade. I just got done reading the trade paperback for the first time. I'd never read it. And blown away. I'm mad at myself that I hadn't read it before that.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better Batmans.
Oh, it is.
Which is really good.
We were two different men, but we're not. Man. I liked it, and I'm excited for the animated movie because it does something that I feel like a lot of people don't understand or don't get, that Batman has other villains other than the Joker.
Yeah.
Like, he's not the only villain in Batman's rogue gallery, but it seems that that's all people think about when they think of Batman villains, that if they're going to do a movie or an animated whatever, that it's got to be Joker-centric because nobody else seems to matter. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, I
think they all do.
Yeah.
I mean, even the street level characters are still worthy of a film. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those are one villains that you don't have to worry about trying to sell.
Right. You know, I mean, and doing villains that are off the beaten path kind of deal. You know, like Calendar. I didn't even know about Calendar Man until I played the Arkham Knight video games. I came across him in the jail cell beneath the courthouse. You know, but Calendar Man is a really decent character and villain that to me doesn't get enough showtime whenever he's actually in anything. I don't even think most people have even heard of him. Well, I mean, they will now because he's in, Long Halloween. He's going to be in an animated movie. But
are all those going straight to HBO Plus or HBO Max?
No, they're probably gonna do like they did, because I just watched the Justice Society of America World War II animated movie, and it's coming out on. It'll come out on digital for like a month, and then it'll come out on DVD and Blu-ray, and then do that for probably like 6 months, and then it'll hit HBO Max probably. Yeah, they're trying to get them DVD sales in.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them. I mean, they got to do something about that. I mean, they can't kill that market altogether.
Sean is in the building.
Yeah, Sean.
Says, I like the Long Halloween, but I prefer Batman Annual 14 for the better Two-Face origin story.
Yeah.
Cannot blame you on that.
Yeah, like I said, all the villains have a placing everybody. You know, he got different fans for different villains, so
Yeah.
you're not going to have an issue selling any of them. But unlike Marvel characters, who a lot of the villains are unknown to the masses, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I was introduced to Two-Face in Batman animated series. You know, I mean, yeah, he was in the movie with you know, Tommy Lee Jones playing or whatever. But I always loved.
I think of the animated version every time.
Right, I always loved his suit. That black and white design for his suit was so iconic and so just like as a kid, I was always just like, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna get married in a suit just like that. 'Cause that's so cool, you know. And to me, it looks better, you know, as far as like, because I have no problem with chaotic villains or whatever. It's how it ever all pans out based on the writing. But I like the look of a streamlined villain. So when you look at them, you think they've got it together, and then they do something off the wall, and it's like, all right, well, that dude's crazy.
But it doesn't always have to be about world ending, right? You know what I mean? Like, why can't it just be a dude trying to blow up a stadium?
Everybody ain't Darkseid.
Yeah, come on, man. It doesn't always have to be Thanos, or it doesn't always have to be a Titan that's going to destroy everybody. Like, why can't it just be? You know, why can't it just be there's a car bomb and we got to figure out what car has the bomb in it? You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's just a dude trying to rob a bank on the second anniversary in February on the second Tuesday.
Yeah,
sometimes it's just the little stuff. Yeah,
like speeding, but you got to stop the bus. You know, that's it.
Right.
The bus ain't got a disease on it that's gonna kill half of the nation. It's just a bus.
sometimes it's really good to get, I guess, in a sense, to get back to those kind of roots. You know what I'm saying? Those street level criminals, as they call them.
It gives you more stories. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, okay, this character's dead now. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Let's give more daily, you know, day-to-day type stories that give them some depth, and then keep them around for a while.
Exactly.
You know? Then you won't go broke trying to get people equated with a new character that's all new that everybody probably ain't gonna like anyway, you know?
Right, and I prefer, like, with characters like Two-Face. I mean, even though in the story of Long Halloween they do make him relatable, but I like the fact of a character just be like, he's the bad guy. I'm supposed to not like him. You don't have to make a character Kite Man. The villain doesn't have to be relatable to me. Like, I don't have to see things from his side. He's the bad guy. I'm okay with that. Like, I don't need to be like, well, maybe he's on to something there. No, he's crazy. He's the bad guy. We just need to stop it.
Everybody's not Deadpool,
right? Sometimes they're the kingpin. They just want to run for mayor and take over the city.
I can't wait for Kingpin to make his way to the MCU.
He's gonna be, if they do him right, he'll be a threat.
I hope they bring the one from Netflix in there.
He wants to do it. He wants to play the part. Mm-hmm. I mean,
that should not even be up for debate.
Shouldn't be, but I mean, come on, we had what was it? Michael Clark Duncan is Kingpin at one point, so I mean, these things happen.
All right.
I guess if you want to mess anything up, you can.
Right. We have all learned that.
If you want to mess it up, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way.
It is time for one of our favorite segments. You must be out of your damn mind.
Gotta be.
All right.
Ready for it.
Ready for it?
Ready.
All right.
As we can get.
Right out the gate. X-Men 94 9.8.
Does that say that does say $61,000.
Now, can I just tell you?
At least to give you free shipping.
Can I just tell you something right now? If I'm gonna pay $61,000 on anything, that's gonna be a down payment on a house here in California, not a 9.8 comic book.
I pay $61,000. You're bringing it to me,
man.
That's all. I mean, I'm just.
I mean, this is a better deal right there.
Hey, that better come with live motion actors.
Hey, this is a better deal right here.
At least I get 2 comics.
You get giant size and 94.
For how much? 17?
17.
I'm buying that all day.
That's a better deal.
All day and twice on Sunday.
Man.
I'd rather have a half of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather have like a 5 or a 6.
Right. It ain't got to be a 9.
And just have it be on my PC and not worry about it.
Yep.
That right there is if somebody buys that, I mean, somebody buys that,
Somebody did, guaranteed.
They're laundering money.
Hugh Jackman, but
You know, Halle Berry better be coming at Storm.
Somebody,
that's even
exactly ridiculous. That Hugh Jackman better be delivered. $61,000, man. Come on,
$4,000 for a 120. And it's CBCS.
shit, I didn't even notice that.
It's not even CGC. It's the second great. It's the second company in doing it. And
but it's a newsstand though. It's a newsstand. But even then, like, and I mean, I don't own CBCS, but
did I not get the notice? Did I miss the news that Alpha Flight was getting a movie or something? It's just Alpha Flight. It ain't that great.
I've been seeing this book creeping up the list.
Charts.
Yeah, lately for some reason I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but I do know that this issue and what is it, 123 with Guardian socking Wolverine on the cover. Those two have kind of been going crazy.
This book, you could have got this book some years ago, man, for like little or nothing, man. I think this book was, I think I paid, what, 20?
Yeah. When I first got back into to comics a couple years back when House of X and Powers of 10 came out, this book was going for like $30. So for a 9.8, it was probably like $120. And that was just like, that was like 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago.
I mean,
I don't feel like that book is worth.
No, and that's not even like the their full appearance, right? That's like their cameo, and then 123, I think, is when they're in the book. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that's even more.
I think that might even be similar to what you see inside of the book. I can't remember. I read the book. It's been a while.
Yeah,
you remember that.
They're on the cover of the next one.
Yeah, it's like a similar picture to that, and then the next, like 2, they don't come in the next one, and then the issue after that, they're in there.
I got this at a matter of fact. I got another copy that said at a sale at Origin when they first when the boys first took over.
Yeah, I believe that, man. Like, this book was definitely on walls in the LCS, definitely. I could have, you know, I am not pulling the trigger. I've seen that a few times.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, y'all?
Oh, what's happening next, man?
Sound like a tired man over there, brother.
It does.
Sinuses.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is unclog them.
That's straight off of Disney Plus.
You know it is.
I mean, ties right into the topic tonight.
It does. It sure does. Because that's ridiculous. I mean, I get it.
$3 book 6 months ago.
I remember being a kid and buying those books in those packs. It would be on in the packs at Thrifty and Walgreens.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy.
It's still a $3 book. I don't give a damn what was on Disney Plus.
9.4. Hold on, go back to that, Matt. Go back. 9.4 white page is $650.
9.4. Not 9.8.
I mean 9.8. They want $6.99. Like, if it's a newsstand, it's probably.
I mean,
even then, like,
click on what's.
It's probably all direct because you got them in those packs. I remember getting them in the packs.
What's up, X?
Click on the ones that have sold.
Have they sold any of them?
Let's see what's sold.
That's what I want to see.
Who is?
Oh, hell. Oh, no. But those are the best offers, though, so they probably took way less than that.
I hope, man. Oh God.
875 and a 9.6.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Hey, he got the deal right there. Look, for 710. Go back up.
Yeah, right here.
Right there. Oh, he did.
He got the deal. He got the deal right there. Hey, he got the deal, and he could probably get what everybody else is getting now.
Yeah, the deal of the century right there.
He jumped on that shit ahead of time.
Look at that.
Wow.
Newsstand.
Yes. He knew what he was doing.
Three direct
shop on it. The dude that sold it feel that he got over on Buddy.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a shop on it.
I got 12 of each cover still.
Right.
Flag Smash. We got John Walker.
These are dollar bin books.
Yeah, these are like
some shop dug through the dollar bin and just made paid their rent.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them though.
Yeah,
because somebody paid for it. So
I was gonna say I'm more upset at the buyer than the seller.
Yeah, somebody paid. So now, if this book sells right here, I'm gonna say that dude's laundering money. He trying to clean up his shoebox.
I mean, you never know.
He got a shoebox. He gonna turn that shoebox into a receipt.
Well, this was sold for $8,000.
8,000? Come on, man! Like this.
Hey, look though, man. That's still the deal right above it.
But you know what's funny though? It's not even collectors that are paying for this. It's these newbies, the casuals.
Yeah,
right. That are scrounging to get something.
Which it goes right into our topic tonight. Our main topic tonight. I was gonna bring that up.
Go on segue.
Yeah, we got. Hold on, we got a few things we got to get to before we get back.
Oh yeah, we got to wait for Al too.
Yeah, we got to wait for Al. We definitely got a burning topic in the room. That's him calling in right there.
Because that's
backstage.
Them, it's ridiculous. Like, and I get it. Like, I know. I was there for a couple of things when it's just like, oh man, I want to get this. I want to be a part of this. Whatever's happening, whatever. But at the same time, you got to have your own. I mean, I guess everybody does, but you got to have your own cutoffs. Where it's just like, all right, I'm not willing to pay.
There's like 8 or 9 books that I want, but I'm not willing to pay what they are right now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to chase them because I was just too late. So
hey, here you go.
I love how it was like it's a killer Hulk 181 rifle. No, that's your selling point is if you can't get 181, you can get this. That's for $49,000.
They're 2 different books.
If I got $49,000 and I still can't find a 181 to buy, then something's going up. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the deal.
You're not going to tell me a 9.8 of Hulk 181 is $50,000.
There's 8.0 Hulk 181 and Giant Size X-Men for $13,000. There's the deal. Get them both.
I mean, I guess I'm not mad. What was the 181 graded at?
A 5, and it's got the green label. So that means your stamp missing.
Yeah, stamp's missing. I'm cool. You gotta stop paying them prices for them books, man, if they're incomplete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just to have it. Oh, I gotta have it. No, man. Hold out and get the right one, man. And that's what I'm saying. People getting over, man. If that's the case, leave it raw.
Right. Sell it to me raw since you don't have the,
incomplete. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Let me worry about it being, I don't want everybody. They don't have to be scarlet lettered. It's got a missing a stamp.
it ain't got to be signed by Stan Lee. I just want a copy.
Yeah, I just want one for the PC. That's all. The Grail book.
Just want to hunt it.
Oh my God, dude. Slapstick number 175, bro.
That was Mike just called me, said he got a copy of something.
Slapstick number 1?
No, he got something killing the children. He got my copy up there for me.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Slapstick number 1, CGC, man. Who is walking in the store looking for that, man? Who's asking for that?
Who came and asked for a slapstick?
Oh my God.
Look, I got his trading card. If you want to pay $175 for his comic, I got his trading card to sell you too. $200 is all yours.
You know what's funny about him as a character? In a book, to me he's trash. But if you see some well done figures of him, he could be one of the greatest things ever.
Right.
But no. 175.
No.
How much is no, sir?
Let's see what we got here. Let's see what's sold.
No, sir. That book was just like $100.
It's like $1.
I'm talking about slab. It was just $100 not that long ago.
And now look at it.
But a difference a trailer makes.
Yeah.
Wow. 425, 400, 395. I got
Hey,
like
the
five
I'd
copies.
rather watch Slapstick the movie.
The Long Halloween was a good story though.
But what I just read,
That's what
I
we
was
were
telling
talking
him
about.
earlier,
We were just talking about that.
I just read the trade paperback for the first time because I'd never read it, and man, I was blown away at how good of a story
That
it was.
it's top 5 storylines for Batman for me.
I don't think it's a $400 book.
No,
right?
it's not.
But,
It's not.
Oh, this is crazy.
Say it wasn't that good, Chris.
no, not for the one issue for $400. Like it wasn't that good. Like
Pulitzer Prize material.
It's the Lone Wallet.
man, for that price, I need to be written by Lois Lane.
Lois Lane, it better have Vicky Bell making all the editing too.
Right? Like I'm gonna need some more from that. Like that's crazy.
Editorial by Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen better inked every single page in that book.
Oh come on, man! I've got that comic.
No, that's the gold one. Oh,
I just seen.
I got the red one. I got the red one. But still, man, like that ain't. You know how long we are from Venom's movie coming out for the second one? Like that ain't. Are you?
Speaking of Venom, did y'all hear what Feige trying to do?
What's
A
that,
lot.
brother?
Oh, Feige, he's pretty close to having them in his movies, man.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hardy as a real deal Eddie Brock. Excuse me. But you get Tom Hardy as the real deal Eddie Brock, not this pushover we got in the first Venom movie. I'm all for it.
All right. So this week's top 10 on the CBSI. All right. Honorable mentions.
Look at Ariana Grande.
Oh,
There he is.
Hey, there's the man.
There he is.
in the building.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Hey man,
I started the show the same way, so don't feel bad.
hey man. Thank you. I'm already unmuted. Hold up. You know what?
You good? You good? Go ahead.
Hold up. I know what's going on. All right. Hey man, why you didn't post my fucking repost, man?
Talk about me?
Yes. When
Oh,
you
you
put
know
that X-Men 94 for $61,000, I put fuckery in the comment.
Oh, I didn't see it. Wait, was it? I didn't see it. I don't see the comment. You know, it might be a delay because I don't see everybody's comments. The last comment I see is Sean.
Yeah,
So
that's what
You gotta log into the
it's you talking about on YouTube? Okay.
Yeah.
you gotta log in from your phone to see it real time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what it is. All right.
I just approved them right now.
Well, thank you, Remo.
Yeah.
Fuckery. That's
Good
exactly
lord,
what it was there.
that was a while ago too.
I probably drove
Yeah.
over.
Looking at the
About
stream
38
line,
minutes
that's why.
ago.
Yeah,
We don't see the ones that are.
you didn't drive off the road.
Man, nowhere in the world, man. Well, you know the story about me and that X-Men 94 I got, man. Sure, I paid a fraction of a cost for that sucker.
You let it go for 61 grand, man?
I sell it for 61 grand if somebody want to buy it.
I finna say I would be so upset if you didn't.
Bruh,
Man,
I
That's
get,
the case. you should be able to trade it for a giant size X-Men.
Right.
You know what? If I can sell it for 61,000, I'm sure I could find a giant size X-Men and another 94 for way less.
Way less.
Yeah.
You could buy almost every grade you possibly can imagine.
For the most part.
Uh-huh.
All right, so number 10 is Alien, second print.
Have y'all read that?
I have not. Have you read it, X?
I read the first one.
I'm not an Alien fan anyway, so I wasn't intrigued by Marvel picking them up. So
I don't remember adding them to my pool list, but for some reason in my pool list, and I had to kindly take them off because I didn't ask for them. So yeah, I don't want them, but I got the first 2 issues.
Once Our Land number 1, I actually have that. I think I paid like $15 for.
that's an homage to Land of the Lost or something with the lettering.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Something is Killing the Children number 1, prison variant. $1,000 cover.
Mm.
The Marvels, Gabriel Del Otto, my boy.
Nice.
120
Lord.
to 140.
Alias finna jump back up again.
Boy.
I paid $30 for this book slab, 9.8.
Man, that book finna jump up even more now that they talking about bringing the Netflix character with the ones that they want over.
Which one
300.
they want?
Not Finn Jones.
I don't think too many people be losing sleep over that
Ken
one.
Jones
I love
his
it.
ass over
Not
at the
him.
vacuum shop.
Well, there's always another Lord of the Rings movie. Keep it moving, bro.
300. 7,400.
Sad thing is, I'll watch Iron Fist before I watch Mortal Kombat again.
Boy, don't you know?
Oh, don't worry. We get ready. I was waiting on Al because that's the next thing we're talking about. So
Because I definitely got some stuff to say about that.
Hey, I've been working on trying to unlock my Connor the whole week.
Man, I told you, I literally almost sat down at 3:00 in the morning and filmed a rant video on that. I was like, let me take my butt to sleep because I got to be
we're
working
going right
in the morning.
into it. We're gonna segue right into it. Let's go ahead and get right to this shit show. I've been sitting on this rant for about a week. So Mortal Kombat. We talked about this. We was excited. We watched the trailer on this show. You know, we was just amped up about this. And then the movie came out. I set up. I was excited. As a matter of fact, I think I talked to Al that same night. I said, "Hey man,
You were excited. You were excited. Oh my God.
This shit's gonna be great."
I took a nap just to make sure I can wake up in time to watch it.
Wasted nap.
Man.
And so I watched the movie.
Oh.
And the movie was so goddamn bad that I cut the shit off in the middle of the movie and said, "Fuck this. I'm not watching any more of this garbage. I'll watch it tomorrow and finish it."
Mm.
I don't think I've seen anything this bad outside of Mosquito. And anyone who knows me knows that Mosquito is the gold standard for shit show movies. I mean, this is something that belonged on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Man, I wouldn't even give it that. That should be on Lifetime and A&E.
Matt, I know Derek is in the chat, and I love Derek.
Mystery Science.
Derek's gonna say, "Hey man, we got into it last week." Derek was like, "Hey man, this was a good movie."
Man,
And I was like, "A good."
I had to make sure I didn't comment on that. I was like,
that movie was absolute trash. Oh, bullshit. That's
Derek.
bullshit.
Hold up, Derek.
That's bullshit right there. That's complete and utter bullshit.
No,
Derek,
man.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What Shazam did you see?
You crossing that proverbial line in the dirt right now, man.
Now you turning into Larry Crocker now.
What?
Defending Iron Man 3 and Captain Marvel with that one.
Mortal Kombat was so bad. So, as I watched the movie unfold, we got a great opening sequence. I said, you know, this is pretty good. And then, as soon as that scene ended, all hell broke loose. I'm still trying to figure out why Goro was on a farm doing Chevy F-150 commercials. Shane Sung looked like a reject from a 1978 Kung Fu movie.
He did look like something out of Shaw Brothers.
I was like, wait a minute. You know,
And that's why I saw every time I saw him, all I thought about was the jurisdiction scene in Batman or Dark Knight. The TV, yeah, exactly.
The TV. He's gonna find you. Batman has no jurisdiction.
I see the squealers, and
you're a squealer. And then we get to Raiden.
Even worse.
Oh, lightning eyes himself.
Could barely talk.
Even
that's why he talked so slow.
Talk. He could barely move. He was so still. I can. There's so many plot holes in this damn movie.
Man.
And somewhere along the line, I missed the memo because y'all didn't tell me Steve Harvey got casted as Jax.
Shut up. Shut up.
Amen.
Hey, they did their best.
But you know what though? I give it to him. He did the best with what he had.
Jimmy Olsen had that come up.
Guardian.
Guardian had that come up.
He wasn't bad. I mean, he had some cheesy ass scenes, but the whole movie was cheesy, so
and
he can get a pass for that.
The coup de grace. This is probably the coup de grace for me. We have this guy named Cole. This guy named Cole, who was related to Scorpion.
Hanzo Sashi.
Apparently, skills are not genetic.
Now going to become Johnny Cage?
No.
Johnny Cage will be in the next movie.
He's going to get Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
He's not going to beat Johnny Cage. But here's the thing about that. I want to touch on this right quick. Because like I said, it's a bunch of plot holes in this movie.
Let's get into it. This is it.
There's so many plot holes in this movie. Like, I don't give a damn that they said that the mark has to be earned by killing somebody, or it could be passed down in blood. Fuck that. Because if you die and you lose the mark, like Scorpion did, how the fuck did the mark stick around for 400 years to get to this piece of shit who ain't won not a goddamn fight? He didn't win not one fight on the screen.
He got his ass whooped soon as the movie started.
Like you sit here and don't. I know it's gonna be somebody say, "Well, he beat Goro." He didn't win the fight. He killed him. He got his ass dusted, and then for his suit, his Arcana, which is some bullshit too. It comes from a fucking bracelet. So you mean my Apple Watch could have turned into my fucking Arcana if I was him?
Hey man, they should just said unlock your animality. They should just did that shit, man.
And here's another thing. Raiden, you can't interfere with nothing that's going on, but you could put up this barrier to keep them from interfering, which is interfering in itself, right? Okay. Then you teleport these bitches to random places. After you let my boy die? Like, you mean to tell me you are the Earth Realm protector, and you have not even the slightest idea that 5 motherfuckers just invaded your fucking temple, that apparently only 2 people in Kano and all of Outworld know where it is? All of Outworld knows where your hideout is. But you do away with
in Mortal Kombat.
Right, but you do away, and this is not me just being biased toward Kung Lao, because everybody on the panel knows that Kung Lao is my dude. Had the best entrance in the entire movie. Was the only one that was really fighting. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get rattled by anything. He just sat there, did what he had to do, and then you let him get murked by this piece of shit ass Shang Tsung, and nobody could do anything.
Nope.
Nobody. Liu Kang sitting there screaming, Liu Kang! Shoot a fucking fireball at this bitch. Shoot a fireball, and then Raiden, you can get Kung Lao's hat after he's dead, but you can just teleport him away out of Shang Tsung's hand. You can shoot one lightning bolt over there, and then you mean not Kano, but Jax's Arcana was predetermined or predestined because they put these damn little engine that could robot arms on him. You know what I'm saying? And to lift a fucking rock, that's how he got his Arcana. That made him look like an even worse cyborg from Justice League. And the bullshit reptile that we got. What kind of Earth? First of all, I'm glad I don't live on this Earth, because if these are Earth's champions, boy, we fucked.
We are screwed.
We are fucked. Like, there's nothing cohesive about this movie except for the beginning, the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's it.
If Kano.
And check this out. Now, Kano was the best thing about this movie. Kano's entertainment value was the best about this movie. But I got a question for y'all. So, Sub-Zero is speaking Chinese the entire time to Hanzo and his family, where he spoke a little Japanese to them. Hanzo is speaking fucking Japanese to Sub-Zero, but at the end of that fight, after Sub-Zero killed him 400 years ago, Bei-Han said, "For the Lin Kuei," in English. 400 years ago.
I've heard that from other people say the same thing.
Uh-huh.
This is, if I would normally I sit down and I pay attention to who's doing everything for whatever movies I'm excited for. Had I sat down and did a little more research, I probably would have never even watched this movie, because the writer of this movie, his credits, Mortal Kombat 2021.
Oh no.
That's the only this is his first movie.
His first movie. And the other writer, the co-writer, whatever they want to call him in Hollywood, guess what this bitch wrote?
Wonder Woman 1980.
Wonder Woman 84.
Oh man, I would have fucked this left and right if I knew that.
Had I seen that, I wouldn't be mad right now, because I would have already known it was trash. And what?
It's all right,
How? But it's like, when doesn't the tournament start when bitches start fighting?
Supposedly.
So where was the tournament?
What was the point of showing the pit? Cabal was wasted. Melina, oh my god, I wanted to give her so much credit, but she was so bad. Post on your blade. She was a wasted character, even though she showed the most heart out of everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Liu Kang, good God. Good God.
That cat looked like he looked like
they should have left his ass dying in the gutter.
He should have been the one. He should have been the
AAU
one to die instead of Kung Lao.
In this movie, I agree. Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree. What they should have did.
He looked like he got cut from an AAU basketball team, man.
And then you want to come in, you want to try to set up for a fucking a sequel just because Sub-Zero got killed and going to possibly turn him into fucking noob?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck out of here. And now I really hope and pray they don't do this Revenant bullshit where Kung Lao was gonna be one of Shang Tsung's and one of his minions, even though he sucked the soul out of him. I don't know how they're gonna pull that bullshit off. But hey, I guess we supposed to just accept the fact that this is a fucking Mortal Kombat movie and it is what it is. Fucking, I'll go back and watch Street Fighter before I watch this shit again. And my score, I watched this movie at least 5 times. I've tried to give this movie a chance. My original score on this piece of shit was a 6. And every fucking time I watched this movie, that shit went down. Matt, you got me beat on this one because I gave this shit a fucking 3 out of 10. A 3. There's no redeeming qualities of this movie except for the name itself, which is a fucking travesty.
I got all y'all beat.
Did you give it a 0.5?
I gave it a 1.45 out of 5.
This movie was so trash. And the fight scenes, the more you watch it, like the first time you watch it, the fight scenes are okay. They good. But then you watch it again and you're like, what is this? And then Cole Young, your champion, the prophecy, is defeated. Not undefeated, defeated. What hope do you have? And then because you get a fucking, first of all, how do you feel anything that hits you with this fucking aluminum shell or whatever kind of casing that he had on his body that took in energy like he was fucking what's my boy Bishop, and then do shit with it, just made a fucking 2 billy clubs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was 2 billy clubs. Like he stole them from Stryker.
Hey, he the boss man.
Yeah, man. This movie was so trash, man. My old lady gave it a damn 3.5. Her first time watching it, I said, "Damn."
This movie goes down in history
She's a
with
good
Fatal
woman.
Fury, with Tekken,
King
with
of Fighters.
with King of Fighters,
Tekken 2. Did y'all watch that one?
with Bloodsport 3, American Ninja 35.
Hey, Kickboxer 5
Yeah,
with Don the Dragon Wilson.
Universal Soldier 53.
Or Universal Soldier 2. 2, not the one with Goldberg.
Hey, Solo.
Oh man.
Mario Van Peebles. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Hey man, don't do Mario like that.
Hey, he did it to himself. He did it to himself.
Don't do Sunny Spoon like that.
He started that. He did that to himself back when he was in down the Highlander sequel.
He tried.
Oh my God. With the big old hoop earring.
and the bull ring nose. Speaking of bulls, did y'all see The Rock's new tattoo?
I didn't see it.
He got his itty bitty Brahma bull covered up now.
He should have covered up this movie. Al, let her rip, Doc.
I ain't too much I can say that Curtis, man. It ain't too much I can say that X didn't say already. I really wanted to like this movie. God knows I did, and I really wanted to put 100% into it. But the more this movie progressed, the more depressed I got.
There was no progression in this movie.
I mean, it progressed to the end. That's
just the time slot kept moving because there was no progression in this piece of shit.
That's what I'm talking about, like the time. But I mean, I came into the movie with an expectation that I was gonna at least like it to where I could watch it one time and walk away saying without a shadow of a doubt it was better than Annihilation. Now, it's still better than Annihilation, but that's not really saying a whole lot on my end. Everything that X said was spot on. I hated the Connor thing because even though I liked the scene, the dinner scene, that was cool because the guy that played Kung Lao, he did his thing. He, aside from Kano, which I kind of got tired of Kano after a while because it seemed like they figured that this was a rated R movie, so they probably used the F word probably about 500 times in the movie. And I'm like, okay, we all adults, but Ain't that many times you use the word fuck and be like, man, I'm tired of hearing it. You know, that was it.
In a video game movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, God Almighty, man, is that all you know how to say? You know, but I get
I'm the fucking Rat Dragon.
I get it. I understand.
Get on your fucking knees and take turns sucking my balls.
I'm saying,
Like, shut up.
Kano said it probably like 98% of the time. But as far as it goes, I was disappointed, man. Kano was entertaining. My Kung Lao was, to me, the highlight of the movie. People put it on Kano, but it was Kung Lao to me. I mean, from his entrance when he came in, out of all the combatants that Raiden, I'm gonna just say this: Mortal Kombat Annihilation's Raiden was better than this clown, like for real.
Hey,
Like the dude that played Cobra.
Remo's avatar right now. It's the same way I was looking when I watched the movie.
Right. I mean, I can't remember the dude's name, but the guy that played in Cobra was Stallone. Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation Raiden.
Shah Khan,
Yeah.
the forever villain. He's always a villain.
Christopher Lambert, unless they recast the Raiden for the next one, Christopher Lambert ain't a bit more Asian as I'm as Irish, but
He did a better job than this shit.
He did a much better job than this Raiden in this movie. And nobody,
even the Raiden and Annihilation did better than this bullshit.
That's what I'm talking about. Even though I didn't like that Raiden was like too Americanized, but at least Christopher Lambert had the essence of what Raiden was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? He carried himself like a thunder god, and this one, the one that was in the new movie was more. He was more on tune with Dark Rain. Like, this dude didn't give a damn. Like, come on, dude. Everything you said, like, man, you said it. You can't interfere, but you putting up this electrified fence for them not to get in.
Right.
Then turn around and then take them to a limbo. And then the dumb part to me was that, Ray, you could take us, you could teleport us anywhere.
Garbage.
And then he started transporting them, not only the combatants that he paid, that he actually recruited, but the villains too.
And I forgot how they destroyed fucking Raiko.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my, I'm talking about as a character, he was terrible.
Bro, let me tell you something. When I saw Reiko, when I saw Natara, I said, these jokers are jobbers. I said, this is the Brooklyn Brawler and Bill Mulkin from WCW and WWE. Because when I saw Natara, Natara ain't been in the game since like Armageddon.
Right.
So, and I mean, Mortal Kombat, there's been like 4 or 5 Mortal Kombat games since Armageddon that's come out.
Armageddon came out at 2007.
So I mean, when you looking at that, I'm like, oh yeah, she one of the ones that's gonna get fatality, and just true to form,
the best fatality in the damn movie.
The best fatality in the movie. Yep. Going back to the whole thing with Kung Lao, I ain't gonna say too much in that, but Kung Lao to me was the best thing in the movie, and they killed him. And I'm sitting there like, Cole stopped Liu Kang from trying to save him. Cole was the worst thing in the movie, aside from Raiden and Shang Tsung. It was a 3-way dance between those 3 characters.
His daughter was more interesting than him.
Huh?
His daughter was more interesting than him, and she was only in the movie for what, 5 minutes?
I mean, how you gonna expect me to believe? And yes, this is a video game movie. But how do you expect me to believe a dude that when the movie came on got his
getting his ass handed to him?
Straight up handed to him, and all of a sudden he gonna take out the Prince Shokan warrior,
right?
Goro, that's been taking jokers out in our world for hundreds of years,
and turned around and was struggling against Melina
on a farm,
but turned around and struggled against Melina and asked for help.
Right, and then
a little help,
and you want me to believe that this dude, with the worst MMA fighter of all time, is just gonna beat this joker that just came out of nowhere, that's supposed to have all this battle prowess just because he got this bracelet from his daughter.
Right. Right.
And all of a sudden, he turned into a bargain bin Colossus.
I wouldn't even do your butt like that.
I said it. You know, I
That
like
bitch turned into
my boy.
a weak ass cyber.
But you know, his armor reminded me. I told this guy this earlier. There's a game called Shure's Wrath. It's a great game. His what's up, who that? His armor reminded me of Assure's Wrath. If you haven't played that game, please do. It's on the Xbox 360 and PS3. It might be on both of them's platforms as far as digital.
Man, that armor looked like elephant print on old ass Jordan.
I mean, it's like something out of Kirkland's, to be honest with you. Like, there's not really too much good I can say about the movie where the cons outweigh the good. I watched it with my family, and they weren't as versed with the lore that, you know, I am. I done played all the games, beat them, you know, all this kind of stuff. I'm explaining stuff. And yeah, it was cool to see Chinook's medallion.
His amulet.
Cool to see the you know, the amulet. It was cool to see, you know, the pictures of Shao Kahn and all them. But at the end of the day, even with that fan service, it was, to me, it was terrible. Liu Kang was a simp. Like, he just did not do Robin Shu. I'm telling you, if they bring Robin Shu and Kara Tagawa back, they could have made Kara Tagawa Shang Tsung, and they could have made him an older Shang Tsung.
Yeah,
it would have fit the movie
just like part one,
perfectly.
Just like the first game,
right? The first game.
Yeah.
And if they wanted to do him young, they could have just done the whole X-Men when they did Patrick Stewart and old boy. They could have done the same thing they did in the movie, and I think that would have been a lot better. But at the end of the day, man, I think the biggest issue with this movie is the fact that there's so much lore that precedes this movie based on the video games. Mortal Kombat 9 was when they turned the ship back around and it was on the right track. Mortal Kombat 10, good story. Mortal Kombat 11 had its issues, but it was still a good story, especially when they added that DLC with Shang Tsung and Fusion and
Aftermath.
Man, Aftermath, boy, that was good stuff. Some good storytelling. It had its problems, but I would have rather seen that played out on the silver screen than what I saw last Sunday. I gave it a 1.45 out of 5, and that was me being very generous because Kung Lao. And then when they killed him, I was ready to go home. I was at my pop's place. I was just ready to call it a day. Like, hey, man, I'm about to go, man. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. You know, that was just, you took out one of the most entertaining characters, killed them, and yeah, Mortal Kombat 2, Fatality, Soul Suck, all that kind of stuff. But they could have done that to Liu Kang.
Imagine how I felt. Imagine how I felt, Al, when I saw that.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine. Remember when I posted that in the group? Because I'm thinking like, man, this is ridiculous. And I see your comment, who that, but that still ain't no excuse, man. Come on. I mean, they had every opportunity. Ed Boon was bigging this move up like it was toasted peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with cold milk.
Right.
He was saying that this is going to be the movie that's going to make people change their minds about Annihilation. It's going to be the movie that's going to be blah, blah, blah. Nah. If you are invested in the Mortal Kombat franchise, I can't see. I mean, to each his own. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I was disappointed. And one other thing, too, that ending sequence, like, okay, so Cole all of a sudden went from a dude that got his ass tore out the frame to this dude that beat Goro, to the fact that even Scorpion with his hellfire powers needed his help to beat Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero was another highlight. I grant now, Sub-Zero, they had him acting like
he was perfect.
Michael Myers /
he was perfect. I don't even like Sub-Zero, but he was perfect in this movie.
He was like, that dude was like the Terminator with cold powers.
Right.
But I mean, even with all of that, man, it's just the writing was just terrible and all over the place, and it just didn't appeal to me, man. I don't know what they're gonna do to improve the second one, They tried. I mean, in my thing, Johnny Cage ain't never been one of them characters that people be like, yeah, man, I want to see Johnny Cage in the movie stuff. Like, he's a good supporting character, but that's about it. I mean, at the end of the day, this is Liu Kang's song. This is his story, you know. Right? They forgot the milk.
Always has
what
been.
They did. They ended up. They got coconut milk instead of 2% milk. That's what it was. So
no, they got that damn PB&J in the already mixed in the bottle. That's what they did. Stuff. Yeah,
I agree with that, Sean. That Mortal Kombat, that Scorpion Revenge, even though they deviated, and I don't have a problem with them deviating from the source material. They did that with Scorpion's Revenge, but it was a much better presentation than this Mortal Kombat 2021 was.
Hey, give me a season 3 of Mortal Kombat Legacy, the web series. You know what I'm saying?
It was unadulterated, pure absolute shit. I don't think I've seen a movie this bad in a long time, man.
Matter of fact, I'll sit down and watch Mortal Kombat Rebirth on YouTube for 5 hours straight, back to back, because that shit was great.
I got one better for you. I watched Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Earth, that cartoon. I couldn't stand that shit. Boy, but I watched that before I watched that 2021.
Talking about that Rob Liefeld art.
Bro, I'm talking about that crude art. Crude.
Garbage. So,
that's a major name.
Mortal Kombat 2 is already in the works. Warner Brothers is satisfied. They are more than elated. Remo, did you have anything to say about that shit show?
Nope.
Okay.
Ain't gonna watch it. Yeah, not gonna watch it, man.
Good. Save time, brother.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the first 2, and I wasn't impressed with those, so it wasn't making me want to see part 3 or whatever the new one was. So.
All right. So let's get that shit show over. With Mortal Kombat 2, we'll cross that bridge when we get ready to cross. Now let's talk about
it completely before I even watch that one.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier season finale. You know, there's lowlights with Mortal Kombat, then there's highlights with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Remo, we'll start with you on this, man. What were your thoughts on the finale?
I liked it. Thought it was cool. Set up your boy, you know what I'm saying, as Captain America. The only thing I can say I was disappointed in, I'm not disappointed in how it ended at all, but I just wanted to see more about Isaiah Bradley. Like, I wanted to see at least some flashbacks or something. Like, I mean, just to kind of give him a little statue of what he was prior to him being a super soldier is like, to me, is not enough. So, you know, I was happy with it. You know, how it's set up to moving forward in the MCU. Just we know that going forward, this is kind of what we can expect. But I guess it did its job. It made me want more.
Remo, at least they did tell the whole story, even after the program. I'll give them that. I agree with what you're saying, but at least they put the whole thing. Yeah, not just what happened before. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's gonna make me want to see a show about him. You know what I'm saying? Like show me a show. You could do a one shot, but it makes me want to see a show about him. You know what I'm saying? Like
they can do a 6-issue show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And even if they don't want to do that, do an hour and a half shot of just a one shot movie about him, like especially for Disney Plus or something. But I want to see something about that. I want to see that storyline.
Well, remember, the hot take currently in the rumor mill is that they're working, or there's rumored to be a Young Avengers coming. Yeah. So that could very well be another way that they can actually bring more story for Isaiah. In addition to that, the writer of Falcon and the Winter Soldier is actually writing the new Captain America movie. So we may see more of Isaiah in that movie. I don't think that it would be a one-off to see him in this movie, considering the ramifications of what as far as that, what's the word I'm looking for? Revelation that Isaiah Bradley was one of the first super soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So
I could see them setting it up as him kind of being a mentor to Sam, but I don't know how that was, how that would play. And then they could play through that introducing, the young Avengers.
Was it Patriot? Is that his name? His grandson name?
Yeah, Iron
He could be a mentor to him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
or one of them, somehow, maybe Grandpa gives him, he gets, wisdom and inspiration from Grandpa, and then he ends up mentoring the youngin, because that's kind of what I got from it. But I was like, I don't want to read too much into it. But
Right.
I always remember him saying, "Where are we going?" It was like, "You're not going to leave me behind." Like,
Right.
You can take Grandpa, but I'm going too. So that kind of led me to believe he's going to want to be that character, because that's how he is in the cartoon. He wants to always do right. So I feel him, them doing that. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to go too far, but that would be nice to see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all like I did on my Instagram post when I finished watching it. I think that Disney Plus has a formula on their hands, and it is a very it's a beautiful formula in terms of how they can actually tell stories for characters without putting them on the big screen. And if Disney Plus can continue that trend, they're currently working on Miss Marvel. Loki's coming in a couple months. Hawkeye, and a few others. She-Hulk, a few others. I think that they will. The landscape of the MCU is going to be exponentially huge.
Yeah.
In terms of the show, man, that show was good. That last episode, I said it on my Instagram, and I'm not ashamed to say it. My eyes got wet a couple of times in that show. It was some stuff that really hit home, not just the season finale or the series finale, but just starting from the first episode going through. They address issues without being too woke. They address some issues and
the subtle racial undertones.
Right. And they did it in a way that pushed the story, and it drove the story home. Because I actually went back and I watched episode 1 through 6. And from episode 1 up to 6, certain things that were being explained and stated, and certain actions, like, the issue with Bucky and Sam when they first went to go see Isaiah and everything, all that played into the last episode. Sam said what he said, on TV, and he broke it down and stuff. It was like, wow, man, this is some deep stuff, and it was one of those things where it's like, it kind of like, it really touched me. And I think for the most part, this show, and I love the way Disney did this, is that as soon as they felt like enough people had watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they dropped that news that they were going to be doing Captain America 4 with Sam Wilson as Captain America. Mm-hmm. I thought that was brilliant. And if they continue to do that kind of stuff, man, there's no limit to what they can do in terms of putting stuff on that platform and then pushing it out to the big screen. Because with them doing what they did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then announcing the fact that they're doing a big screen movie, that just shows me that the Disney Plus platform can pretty much do whatever they want to at this time. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to say a couple more things, but I'm going to say this. I think I told Matt and Larry, we were on the phone, and I told them, I said, at this particular point in time, when you look at the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they introduced Madam Hydra, they introduced U.S. Agent, they introduced the Power Broker, they introduced Flag Smashers, they introduced Battlestar, may rest in peace, and a few of the Raft. They reintroduced or brought back the Dora Milaje. I mean, they did so much in that 6 issues to the Madripoor. They did so much in that 6 episodes to expand the Marvel Cinematic Universe to where if this is what we have to look forward to, man, I'm telling you, man, there's so much stuff that they could do in regards to the content that they could put on Disney Plus. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the Captain America movie. Sebastian Stan and
Anthony Mackie.
thank you, Anthony Mackie. I cannot remember that dude's name to save my life. I always want to call him what's his face from 8 Mile. What was his name? 8 Mile.
Papa Doc.
Papa Doc. I started calling him Papa Doc.
Clear.
They have some serious chemistry between them two in terms of them acting off of each other. And I'd love to see that on the big screen. I'm curious as to seeing who they're going to actually go up against. I'm even curious seeing U.S. Agent because they did something I didn't think they could do. They actually redeemed U.S. Agent before the end of the show. So it was massive.
It seemed like he was getting in the way to me. He's just in the way.
No, he may have been getting in the way with that tinfoil shield that he had. That Reynolds wrap shield.
The Reynolds
I
wrap.
said to myself, man, that thing look beat the hell up, man.
It looked like the Jiffy Pop popcorn.
Man, that shit was like them old
That one of them toys that Remo was throwing his dog.
And the old garbage can top.
Yeah, exactly.
But did y'all notice he had that same look on his face when they were bashing the shield in that Cap had when Thanos cut into his shield? Just little stuff like that. If you go back and watch it again, it's the same as that look.
He took it personally.
What Barbarian just said, man, that right there was just when he broke it down and said that, people said, well, what are you gonna do? And he's like, well, I'm pretty sure people watching me now hate me because of what I represent. Dude, that cut deep.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. As a black man, that is some stuff that you see and you hear.
He was talking like LeBron James, huh?
Right.
He was channeling his
it was like, at that particular point in time, man, it was like, right. It was like, this dude is like on CNBC saying this right now, and I'm watching this like in real life. But that's just a testament to the writing that went into this show, man. But man, I'm looking forward to Loki. I'm looking forward to, and this is crazy. I'm not even checking for the movies yet. Like Black Widow, I want to see it, but I just want to see what's gonna happen on the Disney Plus shows from
if it ever comes out.
Right. Exactly.
With her sex ass, but aside from that, I'm gonna go see it. But but as far as it goes, man, I give it A+, man. I hope they continue that trend, and I hope because when WandaVision came out, we all gushed over that how good it was and stuff, and we had apprehensions going in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but now it's like, okay, well, this shit was good too. So what's next? So
yeah,
good stuff, man.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Definitely.
Chris, you're back with us, man. What's your thoughts on Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Oh, definitely A+. Falcon and Winter Soldier did what I get, and it helped a lot of other people see because I watch a little bit of everything, and I remember back when Black Lightning first premiered on the CW, and in his first episode, there was a scene that he's on the way to like pick his daughter up from somewhere or whatever, and he gets pulled over by the cops. And the cops pull him out of his car in the rain, shove him up against the police car, handcuffed him, and dragged him to the back of the car to let this old Asian lady in the back see him because apparently he fit the profile. And it was such a in the moment, like this is what black men are facing kind of deal when it aired on television. And it's great that Falcon and the Winter Soldier with its last episode did that also. They came right back to that. It was that in the moment, this is like Al said, Sam's like, there are people right now hating me for what I represent. And it's true because when you all think back to when Sam first got the shield and first became, Captain America in the comic book, there are people that hate it. It was trending, not my Captain America, whatever, on Twitter, all over the internet, because people were so upset that a fictional black man was Captain America. And it's so interesting to me now that here we are all these years later, and he is Captain America live action, real in your face, and that same hate isn't there. It's so weird. I've been watching, seeing if it was going to pop back up again, the whole "not my Captain America" and people being mad that a black man's, but it's not. But that hate is still there. There's still those what they consider themselves they're a purists. It's like he's black, he can't be Captain America. Captain America's always going to be a white man, and Captain Kirk will always be the best.
They read the comic books, though they'll know that's not true.
Right. Bingo.
So then that would show their ignorance if they did, because
exactly,
and it wasn't even a black person writing it. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It wasn't even created by a black person.
Well, we didn't ask for that. They did that.
And that's
a long time ago.
And I think that's one of the things that makes it so great is that it's showing people's ignorance when it comes to that kind of thing. You hating on him for being a black man to be the first to be a black Captain America. Well, he ain't even the first black Captain America.
Exactly.
He probably won't be the last. And if you're mad that he black in Captain America, you're really gonna be mad at the gay Mexican one that comes up in a couple of months. So I mean, you might as well buckle up. Like that's just Falcon. I mean, right? Hold on to your butts.
Shut up.
Is what we is what we wanted. Now I hope
that ain't what I want.
I feel like Loki is.
I don't want to have to go to Mexico and hold my butt.
I feel like Loki's gonna face a hard challenge because they've had 2 successes on their hands with WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Loki has some big.
I don't even think they've had a chance to even digest it all.
Right,
because it's back to back to back. You know what I'm saying?
And so my question has been like, one, are we going to lose? Is Loki going to be 4 episodes? Because I mean, they've been shortening the episodes as the shows go. But also, how much is this Loki show going to tie into what we all care about as far as the Marvel Cinematic Universe is concerned? Because this is going to be the Loki who escaped with the Tesseract from Endgame. That this show is going to be based around.
But you haven't learned not to question Kevin Feige?
I question everything Marvel does.
Well, you need to stop questioning that because so far his track record is amazing.
Man, look, he's done some great stuff.
You have Loki coming out, but you still have She-Hulk coming out, in June?
Right.
She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, the Secret Invasion.
I mean, that's a lot of stuff to try.
That's a lot of stuff. And let's
cram in and digest.
Man, where you been?
Kind of like L, I have really been checking for much, man. I've been.
You gotta check. It's everywhere.
Most importantly, though, let's remember though, Marvel has historically not done well when it comes to the third of things, and Loki's going to be the 3rd Disney Plus show.
Civil War was good.
Civil War also wasn't a Captain America movie. We've had that discussion.
What more of a Captain America movie do you want?
Not to be Avengers 2.5.
It don't matter. It was still Captain America.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
We've had that discussion.
Okay. Okay.
But Loki
Captain America begin to end and in the middle. I don't know what else you want.
It wasn't a Captain America.
What you want a ham sandwich with turkey in the middle or something? What the fuck?
You know what? I would have preferred.
It ain't about what you prefer. Is what they gave us, and that's what it is.
That ain't what it is.
That is what it is. It's fucking printed.
My point is though, Marvel movies don't always do great when it comes to doing in a series of
Infinity War.
But for every Infinity War, you get Thor 2 or Iron Man 3 or the 3rd X-Men movie.
Thor 3
Spider-Man
was
3.
The best of all the movies. So your arguments are being killed already, but hey, you're entitled to your opinion.
There are 3 Thor movies, and most people hate the second one.
And
that doesn't
Thor
make it
3 and Thor 3 was amazing.
But it's
you say they don't do good in thirds.
As in a trilogy.
You didn't say trilogy. You said thirds.
I thought that point was taken because it as in thirds, as in just a trilogy.
It's getting hot. Yes.
Marvel doesn't do
was
trilogy.
Questionable. It was okay, but it wasn't no great movie though.
Right. It was better than Thor 2, but most people didn't like Thor 2. So I mean, what do you know what I'm saying?
Civil War goes, I always looked at it as it was the 3rd film for Captain America. Because it was Captain America, then it was Winter Soldier, and then it was Civil War. I thought it was a trilogy.
People call it a trilogy, but I've always looked at it as just a vehicle for Spider-Man and Black Panther. And
every Marvel movie is a vehicle for everything else.
Yeah, I get that, but I didn't see it as an Avengers movie.
Yeah, that's what I've always seen Captain America: Civil War as an Avengers movie, because the story wasn't about solo movies. Everybody else's solo movies were about them. Cap's movie wasn't about Cap.
I got you. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Just because he's in it don't mean the movie's about him, X.
Yeah, it's like a transition movie
Right.
to kind of bring.
All right, we just gonna ignore the fact that Cap did damn near everything in the entire movie, but okay, all right.
He got arrested. Yeah.
He did everything.
My Lord.
But what I'm saying is that Loki faces that problem of being the third, Disney Plus show. And so there's a lot of expectations, especially with the way Winter Soldier and Falcon, ended. There's a lot of expectation for Loki to be really, really good. And so I feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure on it. I feel like it's going to end up being under a lot of scrutiny just because of that fact alone. Being that, people are going to be expecting it to be as good. Because people expected Falcon and Winter Soldier to be as good as WandaVision. Then it turned out to be better in some people's opinion. So it's that it's in a hard position.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I can't, even though I love WandaVision, I can't say in good conscience that WandaVision or the Winter Soldier, I mean, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a better show than WandaVision.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Because at the end of the day, they're two different types of shows.
Yeah.
So I can't say Falcon and Winter Soldier is a much better show than WandaVision because of blah, blah, blah. Because WandaVision dealt with magic and mysticism and all that kind of stuff, whereas Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier dealt with a whole nother totally different topic and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Both shows were great in their own right, and I get what you're saying as far as the pressure that Loki might have, but I mean, at the same token, Falcon and the Winter Soldier had that same pressure because I can go back and quote myself in saying that with the way WandaVision ended, Captain America and Winter, God almighty, Falcon and the Winter Soldier has a lot in reference to shoes to fill as opposed to WandaVision because of how WandaVision ended, but it came out like a champ, so yeah, and Tom Hiddleston is a great actor. So I think at this particular point in time, is one of those, well, we'll wait and see type deals because we can't go into it saying, well, we don't know if it's going to be successful or not when the first two, and I get what you're saying as far as this Marvel curse, but that's the movies. I mean, we're dealing with the whole new ball game with the, serial episodic type deal. So we may see a great show. We may see a crappy show. I hope it's not MODOK. That not at MODOK. That doesn't appeal to me at all, but that's not even on Disney Plus. They put that stuff on Hulu. So,
God, that looks so horrible.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to really be like Mystery Science Theater.
Man. It's going to be the bastard stepchild of the Marvel stuff.
Man. But I mean, hopefully it's got some good stuff on it, man, because, man.
Why MODOK? I'm still mystified by that part alone.
Hey, and I know I probably didn't catch this at the beginning, but did y'all talk about Invincible?
You know what?
Did we talk about it backstage? We talked about it. But
Remo hadn't watched this. So
I haven't watched last two episodes. You guys can talk about it. I can't.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
It won't spoil it for me. I'm just saying I don't have any input.
I'm gonna tell you like this. The last episode had everything from drama to blood and guts galore to it left you like, damn. And then you wake up the next day and you find out they renewed it for the next 2 years. And you know why.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have got it right with Invincible. And Al, their score on what is it, Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, is going up by like 10% since the show first aired. This is a great show. If you're not watching Invincible, you're doing yourself an injustice. So that's my piece on it.
And I mean, Invincible, man. I put this on my Instagram page.
Oh yeah.
Too.
But basically, don't spoil it.
Oh no, I don't do that, man. I don't believe in doing that, man, because that's some fuckery. But anyway, I'm glad I didn't read the comic book. I'm glad that I was one of those type of people, because sometimes I just start picking up everything and trying to read it. And you'll see if we do hauls tonight, I'll be picking up everything. But Invincible, man, I mean, I hate to give Robert Kirkman credit for it because, the Walking Sleep, but he put out a really good property. And I can see why it actually deviates from the typical superhero archetype where the all like Superman type deal, because Omni-Man, well, them some ruthless folks. That's all I'm gonna say. And I can see how that show is actually, how it's actually being designed and set up. It's a great show, man. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm gonna let it go. One thing that I'm really in love with in that show is the voice acting, man. The voice acting in that show is top fucking notch. I mean, like J.K. Simmons, man, is Omni-Man. That dude, he is. How we okay? So y'all know, oh God, what's his name? God Almighty, Kevin Conroy. We all know that he is Batman, regardless. I don't care who plays him on the big screen. Kevin Conroy is Batman. And J.K. Simmons, his voice for that character, Omni-Man, is just like it was a fit. Same with Stephen Yeun. I mean, the voice acting in that show is excellent, man. They did a great job. And I think, honestly, it helps convey the story by the voice actors, even Zazie Beetz with her sex ad. She does her little thing whenever she's on there as far as her character and stuff.
Even though I can't stand her character.
Her character gets on my nerves, but I can't stand her. But
she does good, yeah.
She does a good job. Everyone on that show does a really good job, and they have some top-notch voice acting. Kevin Michael Richardson, Carrie, the guy that does Cyborg from Teen Titans, and Ezekiel, he's on there. Sandra Oh, J.K. Simmons, Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead. I'm talking about even what's his face that played Lex Luthor. What's his name?
Clancy Brown.
He's been on there. So I mean, that really for that show that kind of pulled me in was just listening to
which Lex Luthor.
From Justice League. League Lex Luthor, Clancy Brown. Him. He's on.
I thought that was. I'm thinking about Lois and Clark.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But I mean that show's top notch, man, and I'm glad that it picked up a second, third season, and I'm just happy to be able to watch something and not be too critical of it like I normally am with like X-Men shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be able to sit down and watch something like that, man, and not being able to nitpick it. But I enjoyed it. It was really, season 1 was jam up.
X, have you watched it?
Oh, yes. Yes. I didn't know it was the finale, but yeah, I watched it.
So it's only 6 episodes?
8.
Yeah,
I thought it was 10. That was the last episode?
No, yeah, yesterday was the last episode.
That was the season finale.
Yeah.
But,
And boy, I'm not gonna spoil it, but boy, oh boy, did they end it.
Yeah, that was a complete cliffhanger there. Wow.
Hey, Omni-Man.
That
dude. Like I'm a piggyback off of what Al was saying about the voice actor. Like with JK, ever since Spider-Man came out, every time I see him or hear him, all I can think about is J. Jonah Jameson. But now he's Omni-Man.
Ooh.
Like hands down, there's nothing else that he could do after that.
Yeah.
Like if you hear Kevin Conroy do something else, you're always gonna say that's Batman. You know, you hear Mark Hamill, there are more people that say Mark Hamill is the Joker that acknowledge him as Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this is what's going to be the same thing for J.K. Simmons from here on out. But for me, I never read the comics. Never read it.
Right.
I never had any interest in the comics, you know, but this series is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't do no wrong, in my opinion, with this series. And for what it is to basically be a spoof of all genres of comics, basically poking fun at Marvel and DC, but they poke fun of everything, and it fits so perfect with their narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like when you sit here and when you got a dude that looked like not Hank Hill, but Bobby Hill as an adult, you know what I'm saying? You can't help but be intrigued about little shit like that, you know? But man, that dude, who was he the voice of in Invincible?
I remember seeing his names in the credit on one of the episodes, but I can't remember who he did. I mean, they got the cream of the crop, to quote Randy Savage, in terms of voice acting. So you know they're not playing around with this particular production. They're not. And man, I'm telling you, it is, man. If y'all haven't seen it, if you're in the chat and you haven't seen it, please do.
Oh, he's art. He's art.
Yeah, Art Rosenbaum.
Yeah.
You mean the guy with the scarred up face?
The tailor.
He's
the guy that
the one with the all right.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I'm gonna go back and listen now.
Yeah, it didn't sound like him. Okay, that's cool.
But that just go to show how good Mark Hamill is, because if he could be right there front and center in what 3 episodes, 3 out of 5, I mean 3 out of 8, and you didn't even recognize it, good job.
Yeah.
Chris?
I think the show's phenomenal. I think it's really great that we're actually getting to see, like I said, when we were backstage talking about how, you know, that thankfully it didn't get picked up by, you know, CBS or anyone else that's running around trying to grab up anything comic book oriented so they can try to just get the views, but that it was grabbed up by a company willing to actually let the show be balls to the wall like it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that type of show. And now that I've seen the show, you know, because I never read any of the comic books either, it definitely wouldn't have been anywhere near as good if it was somewhere where they had to actually censor the content.
But see, that's Amazon for you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was
like
great.
All of their shows. Like, I don't know if y'all watched The Tick.
Yeah.
That show was good.
Mm-hmm.
The Boys, we all know The Boys good. You know what I'm saying? Then they got this. Amazon, all right, HBO Max, Hulu, and all them other cats better watch out.
Yeah, they did a really good job with a really good property. I hope
I wonder how hands-on they were. Like maybe they said, if you guys gonna make it, you got to make it true to the comic, or else you guys can't do it at all. You know what I mean? And he has enough pull from being the creator of The Walking Dead that he probably was able to pull that off. You know, because other people would have had no creative control in how it got made. And he got enough. Want it for kids. You know what I mean?
He got enough pull just from The Walking Dead on AMC. All the ratings that he got for them in the earlier years, you know.
Yeah,
he probably waited until he had,
So glad he didn't
control.
So glad he didn't let AMC try to do this.
All right, Remo, you want to throw anything out there before we get?
No, I haven't been watching it not for sake of not liking it. I love the show. Like I'm like X. I never read the books. I didn't hear about them until, maybe like a year or so ago. And then the show came out and I didn't even know that was happening. So, I wasn't really like paying attention. So when I started watching it, I thought it was amazing, man. I mean,
just the fucking first fight scene alone.
Yeah. When he it threw me for a loop because, like I said, I never read the books. And then when he killed all those other
The Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians. I was like, what the hell? Like this dude just murked out all of his homies. Like, what is this? You know?
Man.
What's the
fatality.
Immortal Man?
Yeah.
Is that the dude named Immortal Man? Yo,
He did not live up to the name.
Dude, he squished that dude's head. Yeah, I was like, oh my god! And then he hit he hit the dude with the ball peen hammer or whatever, and bust his shit.
hey,
Man,
the way he caught that speedster.
Yeah, they cut the one dude's head off with a chop. Oh my god! I'm like, he was a savage. Like, if that's what he did to his homies, I'd hate to be one of his enemies.
God, I wish we could talk.
Yeah. No.
God, man, because he
I know
is.
what you want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Man, hey, I can't wait.
Barbarian said, I got Invincible 1 when it came out, never read it, then sold it at a yard sale for $1.
My.
Oh.
Doom, 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 doom.
Get out my
Great day of money.
I'd have been angry probably 3 years ago about that dollar sale.
All right.
I would have went and found who it was and stole it back.
Yeah.
Pull them receipts.
With him like, look, bro.
Hey, pull all them receipts.
That was a motherfucking accident. You gonna have to bring that shit back, though.
Hey, I called my credit card company and challenged it. Like, that was a stolen card. It's fraudulent.
Charge back.
Took my
years ago. For real.
All right.
He put the wrong. He switched the sticker.
Main event of the evening. Once again, the main event of the evening are Disney Plus and eBay, the new Overstreet price guide. Go ahead, Ed.
I just got one question. Why is Disney Plus in this? Because they're not dictating any prices.
Speculation. They're running up the speculation.
Al?
It's not them though. That's the person, not the company.
And I was playing. I gave this topic to Matt for the main topic of discussion, and it kind of like alludes to what Remo just said. Now, you're correct. Disney is not the quote unquote perpetrator of this situation. However, because these shows are being aired on Disney Plus, the shows and the speculation behind the shows that are on Disney Plus, that are speculated to be on Disney Plus, that are confirmed to be on Disney Plus, that are rumored to be on Disney Plus, is affecting the sales of these books on eBay, in comic book stores, and in other forms of buying and selling. So that's the reason why it says are Disney Plus and eBay the new Overstreet, because it kind of works in tandem. Disney is more like the Wizard Mag, but eBay definitely sets the values across the board. See, what happens, or what's been happening, is that you see, like, I'm gonna give you an example. But to a lesser degree, because people ain't really checking for DC, unfortunately, at this time.
They don't have the same amount of content. That's
right. Speculation. Yeah.
Right.
Books in DC are $1 million.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So you look at a situation like, for example, we just got done talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? People found out that Battlestar Lamar Hoskins was going to be on that show. Immediately, that book went up exponentially on eBay to $20 and $40.
I got a quick question just because you brought him up.
Go ahead.
Did he die in the comics? Because I didn't read that.
I don't know, but he dead on the show.
No, I
John
was
Walker stand your ass.
It's dead as a doornail.
You could have gave that man a drop of the
He could have
serum.
gave him a teaspoon of it, like some
Or
cough
something.
syrup. Man, hey man, this will help keep your back from getting broke. You know what I'm saying?
He could have just
Man.
stabbed it in their heart to have it start going through a little bit. Good
Right.
God.
But I mean, if you look at it, Lamar Hoskins, Battlestar, we've had this conversation plenty of times before. People in the chat that have watched our show, you all have heard us say this time and time again. We see books that are currently being speculated on. Case in point, and I said this on my Instagram. I keep going back to my Instagram page, but sometimes I have to vocalize certain things when I see. No, actually, Bueller put this. I meant to put it in the IG comic hall, but he posted the question on his page. Comments with Bueller did. Shout out to Comments with Bueller, and I responded, and I basically said that the expectation now, when it comes down to comic book speculation, a lot of people have gone from the Overstreet and from the Go Collect and from any other site that actually specializes in comic book, keys and speculation and all that kind of stuff. And they've now turned to Disney Plus as a vehicle to grade these, not only grade the books, but to price them. Well, the price of majority, for the most part. And you're seeing stuff like Battlestar, which last year this time, wasn't nobody checking for Battlestar. I mean,
hell, didn't nobody know who he was.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Right.
White Vision. We talked about this on a few shows before. You caught it to come up for 2019.
Right.
Matt, when we went to the Atlanta Comic Convention in 2018, I was with Matt when he found it for $3. I found it either at Origin Story or Comics Plus to fill my West Coast Avengers collection for less than $3. I can't remember specifically, but it wasn't no more than $5.
Right.
But now, because Disney Plus has shown White Vision on the small screen, you now have a book for 9.8 last year. Probably would have ran you about maybe 15, 20
50.
bucks.
9.8.
You're being generous. Maybe $50, $60, maybe. 100. I give it 100. So 9.8, this is $100, and I'm just guessing. Now a 9.8 for that same book, $2,500, $2,600,
$125 raw.
Right. So this book that used to be in a dollar bin, maybe $2, maybe $3, maybe $5. There you go. Boy, you got a royal flush, boy. You about to throw them books like Gambit on Walmart.com too.
Dollar books, baby.
Royal flush. But I mean, when you're looking at that scenario and you asking yourself, okay, you look at future books coming up. Prime example, She-Hulk #1. She-Hulk #1 has always been one of those books that have been on the rise because it's She-Hulk #1. When Disney announced that they were going to do a She-Hulk show, some sellers started selling that book for exponentially higher than what it was actually worth, according to Overstreet. And that's only because Disney had announced that show was going to be aired. That point, is it point 1, the first appearance of Kamala Khan?
Yeah, 1 point.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure, go ahead.
I don't want to cut you off.
You good.
My LCS had a live sale last night on Facebook, and he sold that issue of She-Hulk #1 in an 8.5. His grading, he always grades way low, so it'd probably be like a 9.96. And he sold it for $75.
Oh, that's a steal.
But he doesn't spec.
But see that, then that's the thing.
That's a fucking comic book shop owner.
Yeah.
He wants to move his shit.
Same guy that sold me the second print of Ultimate Fallout 4 for $50.
Well, see, that's the difference between a comic book owner or comic book store owner that's trying to sell books to maintain a way of life, as opposed to a comic book store owner that is attempting to fleece people just because you see something that's occurring on the small screen and you say, well, hell, Battlestar, Lamar Hoskins, nobody knows jack squat about this dude.
Right.
But I got 6 copies of that book in my store. They've been sitting in my dollar bin. So I'm going to use the hype behind Disney Plus
to go purge them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sell these books for 30. You go to eBay. Anybody that's in the panel, in the chat, you go to eBay right now, pull up any book that has actually been showcased as a result of WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. When you see those descriptions, what they have in those descriptions: MCU, Disney Plus, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They hype those books up.
Yeah,
and it's done on purpose, and that's the reason for the titles. There you go.
Yeah.
Keep making a profit. And see, I posed this question in Comics with Bueller's post earlier today, and I said, okay, so Battlestar, as we know it in the show, is dead. So does his first appearance in a TV show still warrant that book being $20 to $40?
Yeah.
So you have this situation.
So even though he's dead, it still has a base value of $40.
Right. But is the book really worth $40?
Like this book right here ain't worth nothing, but this is the book where he kills the flag smasher dude in it. You know what I mean? But is that a key?
And that's another thing. That's another thing, because you see you see Disney Plus, and like I said, they're just putting out content. Is everything else that comes behind that's affecting the comic community in terms of books going up and getting jacked up and all this kind of stuff. They're just doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're trying to put butts in the seats, like TC used to say. So when you're looking at that situation, honestly, I know Lamar Hoskins is a brother. And I know he was the sidekick of the second Captain America, third Captain America, however you want to put it. But is his first appearance truly worth $20 to $40 because he showed up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Like, honestly. Like, you have to ask yourself.
I want to call him by his government name. He's Captain America.
Captain America. I'm gonna call him Cash Clay.
Hey, they said it at the end of the series.
He Captain America.
Right, Captain America. Ooh, doggone it. The new Captain America. And Bucky. Okay. So that's where the main topic of discussion is: Disney Plus in tandem with eBay, the new Overstreet. Because we're going to see, and I said this on a show several months back, we are going to start seeing, and we have seen this. Anything that a particular person can get out of a book, they're going to try to milk it dry. Lamar Hoskins is one major argument for that. That book is not worth no $20 to $40, even in a high grade. What has he done aside from show up on a Disney Plus show?
He died.
He died. Right, exactly.
What they're saying, that's all he did was he died. He showed up, got beat up, and died.
Well, see, that right there.
In that order.
That right there, the character, rather, that's on that cover. There's a difference, man. We all know when it comes down to what keys used to be keys, there was keys that were major keys that were minor keys, and then there were keys that people just didn't care about. They were keys, they were first appearances nonetheless. People didn't care about those keys because they didn't hold no value. They didn't hold no weight. Battlestar didn't hold no weight.
Nope.
Speedball didn't hold no weight.
I got a question, and this is for everybody on the panel. You know, this is something I always been thinking about. So, what is the difference between a key and a grail? Like, I know what my personal feelings on it is, but I want to know what y'all's is.
I think grails are subjective. I mean,
the grail is based on personal preference, basically.
Yeah.
Like for me, like
your grail ain't my grail ain't your grail. So
I think
that gets thrown around loosely, but
Right.
I can't consider everything a grail because it might hold way more value to you than it does to me.
Right. Right.
Grail
That's
to me,
and that's how I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now there are books that are considered grails
Across
but,
the board.
Yeah, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean everybody has to have them or everybody has them. I mean,
Right.
I think there's like 3 grails that everybody universally wants. That's like a Hulk 181 for Marvel. Hulk 181, like probably like a
giant size.
Giant size, yeah. You know, those type
number 1, Iron Man 1, Submariner 1, Tales of Suspense, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Those Thor number 1, those type of things are the ones that people want.
Number 1.
And
Slapstick number 1. Yeah.
Slapstick number 1. You know, DC has its grails. But as far as all the other books involved, those aren't every book ain't a grail.
But
keys have some historical
see,
semblance to the book itself.
Here's the thing about keys though, and especially in today's age, are keys mainly first appearances?
But he's not lying though.
But he's not.
Youngblood number 1.
I mean, Al got a video shout out from Gangrel, and that's a grail for him.
That is true.
Fanging and banging.
Hey man, leave Gangrel alone.
but I mean, I'm saying though, like for him, that could be his grail.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. But like with today in today's game, everything is damn near everything is a key. You know what I'm saying? Like, who determines whether it's truly a key or not?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's why I said a while back that everybody on this panel that owns comics, everybody that's in the chat that owns comics, at some point there is a series of books, whether it's part of a series or just arbitrarily just random. Yeah. There are books in your collection that could potentially be one of these keys that is on the Comic Tom top 10 or that's being pimped into eBay. And it used to didn't be like this.
Right.
You can buy a book that's considered a key. Case in point, 2-3 years ago, whenever the Batman Who Laughs drops, I bought myself and I bought Matt a copy up at Origin Story Comics.
So glad you did too.
There was buzz behind the Batman Who Laughs before he dropped. But when I bought that book off the shelf for cover price.
Yeah.
Now, if Batman Who Laughs had came out today,
right,
that'd be a $10,000 book.
Like, look at Punchline.
$15, $20, $30 firm.
You know,
another example.
You look at Punchline. Hell, that book was what, a fucking $30-$40 book 2 days after it came out, and then 2 days after that, that shit dropped right back down to like what, $10? Right. So is it a key just because it's a new character, or should a key be a long-lasting, relevant first appearance or character?
I think
I'll go with the latter.
I also think
go ahead, man.
It should have lasting effect. Like, it shouldn't be something that happens and then all of a sudden six issues later it goes away. So then that's not a key. A key is something that happens that lasts with that character forever.
Well, see, Matt and I talked about this when I was pissed off. I was pissed off to the highest levels of festivity, and I ended up doing an off the rack, which I need to do a couple more of them. But I did off the rack because of the first appearance of Robin King. And Matt said on the show, we need to start clipping these clips and post them on the IG. Matt said at that particular time, is this particular character gonna have legs? Because when that book first came out, people were selling that book for $35 and $45.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The first appearance of Robin King, right?
Yep.
They ain't done jack squat diddly shit with that Joker since that first appearance came out.
That's all.
Look at Future State. The Future State on the next Batman.
Right.
They tried to make him out to be like the new god. And then you read that story and you like, man, who the fuck wrote this bullshit?
You take this whole situation with what's going on currently with the comic book game, and you add the element of Disney Plus in it.
And
you add the element, right? You add the element of rumors, and somebody else, shout out, I can't remember his name, but he actually follows me on Instagram. he made a poignant point. Why would Fantastic Four #1 increase in price because of a rumor? Fantastic Four #1 is already a quote unquote key / grail book.
For
So
a lot of
why
people.
would that book increase just because there's rumors that a movie is gonna come out? That makes no sense.
And how many different movies got to come out for it to keep bumping?
Right.
Every single time they come out with another movie, that's what dictates the jumping of the prices, which is stupid.
But for me, that's not accurate because there's already been a couple Fantastic Four movies.
That's why I said how many movies got to come out for it to keep bumping.
Well, see, you mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, X, when you talked about Peggy Carter. When they said that Peggy Carter was going to show up on Captain America and the Winter Soldier, I got it right this time. When they said she was going to show up, she had already showed up before. Right. But as soon as she showed up on that show, what happened? Mm-hmm. That book spiked again.
Yep.
Like we got a situation here where every time it seems like each week such and such is coming out. Rumored this. Immediately, same day, you go to eBay, first thing you see, new listing.
Yeah.
That's what new listing.
Yeah. New Bane's daughter.
I hate seeing
Bane's fucking daughter.
Perfect example with what is going on right now. Let's look at the new Robin comic book. There is a character being introduced in the Robin comic book that everybody's like, whatever. Nobody really gave a damn because it's Damian as Robin. He's going on the story. It's whatever. But then it was let out. Some comic book website let out that the character's actual first appearance was on a screen at the end of Batman, like 1037 or 1038. That comic flew off the shelf because it was a key issue. It was technically a first appearance of the character. The Robin comic book just came out today, so the character hadn't even dropped. Just came out this week.
Well, this week, yeah.
The character hadn't even dropped in the comic book yet, but it was like, oh, well, their first appearance was actually in Batman 1037.
And that's these damn news, man. The casuals is what's destroying the game.
That comic flew off the shelf because of that.
Let me tell you this. Most of these characters that these folks coming out with, we won't even be talking about them in 4 years.
4? That's being generous.
Dude, hell, in 3 weeks.
Right.
4 hours.
When was the last time anybody cared about Punchline? Did she even make it to issue 2 of her own comic? Like,
that's a great question. No, that's a real deal great question because I don't remember seeing one.
They went from Punchline to what was the new one that just came out? X. What was another one? The other one, the chick that just came out.
Bane's daughter. I ain't read the issue yet, so I don't know her name.
You talking about Miracle Molly?
Miracle Molly.
Oh yeah.
Isn't she the character in Robin that's gonna be in Damian's comic book?
No clue.
I forget who she is.
No clue, yeah.
But again,
I don't read Robin. I don't know.
But this is a perfect
Miracle Molly, and where's Jolly Jeff?
Hold on.
Miracle Molly is that cool whip.
But this is a perfect
She's
example.
Supposed to be on the upcoming book that's coming out this Tuesday.
But see, this is where we at. We're
getting comic characters.
Obscure, unnecessary characters.
I mean,
the prices of books
they did the same thing with Spider-Man. His new suit. That suit ain't gonna be
look
around
how
by
they
the
do
end of
with
this
Miles
year.
Morales.
The Clone Saga.
The Clone Saga, yeah, with Miles Morales.
Well, it worked for Peter for 30 years.
Really need a Clone Saga.
It worked for Peter for 30 years. So I mean,
I mean, I'm honestly wanting to drop him off my my pool list because the story is
trash.
It's terrible. It's like a regular Spider-Man. Like it's like doing the same story over again. Like I don't know. It's just I'm not feeling it.
It's the same mouthwash just switched to the other side.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all it is.
Just made it from.
That's all we getting. It's the same mouthwash just switched to the other side.
But like, look, is according to the, I guarantee you, I'm even though this is not a key, but the first appearance of Batmite. You know what I'm saying? Let them mention that Batmite is in the movie. Now all of a sudden everybody is interested in Batmite. I know who Batmite is because I follow Batman. You know what I'm saying? But great day. Like, and you know what though? I'm cool with it because while they chasing after these new books, it's lowering the prices of the old books that I'm trying to re-up on.
You ain't lying.
So hey,
in case they say go the other way, I'm already looking at other stuff.
right. Y'all looking at the new books. I'm in this dollar bin over here because they done pulled this shit and put it in there because ain't nobody asking for it no more.
Yeah, I just think it's got completely out of hand, man. I mean, did you see how some of these prices of these books, and like you said, X, you just alluded to it a lot, you know. And I talked to a guy at a shop about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he said, Matt, man, it's not who you think coming in and buying them. He said it's not people like me and you, folks that's been collecting for a while. It's these 23, 24, 25, 26-year-olds.
It's not even that.
And what they're doing is
it's lower.
Hold on. Instead of what they're doing is they're going straight in and they paying top dollar. Whereas we buy stuff 50 cent bin, quarter bin, dollar bin. These dudes coming in dropping $1,200 out the gate. And then get pissed off if the book doesn't go any higher than that.
Right.
But that's not how it works.
They drop the money.
It's not them though. It's not them. It's younger, Matt. It's these little kids who are getting their parents who got bread to go in there to break this bread that's driving the price up.
Folks like Remo.
Because they're the main ones that are watching. Like, but like if you think about it, who's paying for Disney Plus and all these other services for these little kids?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Junior is 16 years old. I pay for Disney Plus, but I'm not gonna be that one to go out there and buy this brand new book at a ridiculous amount of money just because, hey, Daddy, I want. No, you gonna keep wanting. Go get a job. Go get a job.
I think a lot of it is that, but it's the people who like these books are dollar bin books. Though, if you don't know to look in the dollar bin, you're gonna go and pay the full price of the book that's already bagged and boarded inside of the back bins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you go right below them back bins, there's some dollar books, and I'm sure that same book that's in that bin is down there for $1.
Yep, and it's better condition.
Yeah, you just got to go through it. You know,
right.
He ain't got time to bag and board all those issues and put them in the, the go back bins. He got on them dollar bins, and you're gonna get the same book.
Yeah,
take the time to go down there.
I think it's a little bit more to that 2X because now we're in the age of the Disney Plus and the HBO Max, and we're seeing more content for superhero stuff like more than ever. Netflix, Jupiter's Legacy, Amazon Prime, The Boys, Invincible. So with the influx of all this stuff, because I still believe that Hollywood is morally bankrupt, but that I didn't mean to say it like that, but they're creatively bankrupt as well.
Mentally bankrupt.
But as far as it goes, you're looking at a situation where you have not necessarily the youth, and that could actually be a valid reason, but you also have newbies, people that are brand new to the comic book game that are in our age bracket, and some of them are a little younger, and they're basically trying to catch up. Now, I can recall back when I was on Facebook. Yeah, you're right. That was a Freudian slip, but I meant what I said. But as far as it goes, back when Black Panther first came out, Matt and I talked about.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Because they're psychic. Well, mind powers above everyone else. But yeah, man. I can recall, man, dudes that were going out, man. These dudes didn't know shit from shine over, and people were just so hyped with the Wakanda Forever and the rose petals at the movie theater and all this kind of stuff, to where you had idiots, and I say idiots in the most liberal, conservative way possible. You had idiots that were going out paying top dollar for Fantastic Four 52. Is it 52 or 48?
48, if I'm not mistaken.
One of them is one of the two.
Is Galactus. 52.
So it's 52 then, I think.
52.
And I remember in one of these comic book groups, I don't know if y'all remember, it might have been in the comic book group, but this one dude, black guy, he was so happy that he bought that first appearance of Black Panther. Had never had any experience with Black Panther before up until that time. But he found him a copy of that Fantastic Four, and he got on on Facebook, and he touted that thing to it was no tomorrow. And people kept asking him, well, how much did you pay for it? How much did you pay for it? and he never gave a response as to how much he paid for it. Chances are they fleeced his ass.
More than likely.
They fleeced his ass.
for a low grade.
It was a decent looking copy. I mean, it was raw. And yeah, you're right, Barbarian, for real. But what happened was, thank you, Stay Puffin, William. But yeah, man, as far as it goes, there's a sucker born every minute, and people don't care. The people that are actually sitting on this stuff, they don't care if you're a 12-year-old from Nova Scotia. They don't care if you're a 38-year-old dude from Decatur, Georgia. If they feel like they can get over on you, they're gonna get over on you. And the problem is that when you have that amalgamation of stuff that's going on, where you got, and at the end of the day, in my opinion, it actually falls on new comic book collectors, because I don't see none of us on this panel going out trying to break our necks to pay top dollar for a book that we know at some point in time can show up for fraction of a cost of what's being sold. Like you must be out your damn mind. Some of them books that Matt showed earlier.
Man, crazy.
I mean, those are the type of books, when you see those entries and those particular postings on eBay, those are for those people that have, like
those are
said, the stimulus money.
Those are hooks. That's just to see if you're dumb enough to pay it.
Right. But I'm saying,
you better not pay that. They know you shouldn't pay that, but
exactly.
If you a fool, go ahead.
Right. And by all means, there's the old saying goes, a fool and his money are soon parted. And that's true. So, I mean, when you looking at a situation, man, where you got this mix, this firestorm, no pun intended, of you young collectors and their moms and dads with disposable income, and these younger cats and these older people trying to be cool, just somebody come to their house and see the Fantastic 452 sitting up on a shelf, above their fireplace. You got those kind of people. So it's gonna be a situation where people are gonna be touting the first battle star. Like, who's gonna grade the first battle star? Like,
right. Who's gonna grade?
I know somebody on Riverside Drive.
We ain't talking about him tonight, bro.
I would love to see a fool that have a grill sitting above that fireplace.
I mean, unless you absolutely
I see that, I'm like, you a fool.
I mean, unless you absolutely been following that character from jump, because I'm sure there's probably some diehard Battlestar fans out there. I'm just being real. Everybody had a preference, but I don't see nobody going out in droves trying to get a 9.8 first appearance of Battlestar graded. But you go on eBay, let them tell it. People are trying to get that book graded. People are trying to pay top dollar for that book. And it's crazy. At the end of the day, it's crazy. So from here on out, you looking at any Disney book, like, for example, Loki coming out, right? So, and it's supposed to be based on, it was a miniseries that Loki ran for some kind of political office or something. And people don't know for sure, but when they first started hinting that it was going to be the case, that book shot up. So
I look at it like when I got back in the comics, the book that everybody was talking about was Moon Knight. And I watched all those books jump up in price. And then 2 weeks ago, they came out and said, well, he's not going to be that version of Moon Knight. He's going to be the version of So all them other books that everybody was chasing them went down, and now everybody chasing after the newer Moon Knight books.
Right. And that's
because sitting in dollar bins right now. Literally.
Right. And that's because of Disney Plus. Yep. But I will say this in defense of Moon Knight. Moon Knight is just one of those anomalies, man. I mean, if you look at Werewolf by Night 32, it's like ain't real Moon Knight. Marvel Comics has not really done anything major with Moon Knight, but yet it's still.
But those books, you can't get them books for.
I'm telling you, that's just one of those books that falls into a category.
Wall and nobody would have tripped off of it.
Right, but it falls into that category because ever since I can remember, man, that Werewolf by Night, it's always been on the rise. It's never been a situation where you can find Werewolf by Night unless you just catch a lick.
You remember that? I got lucky down there. One of Robbins. I got lucky down there.
Right. Matt caught one. He caught a dude slipping, and it was a mid-grade Matt, like a 5.5 or 6.
No,
Or
it's low grade. I got two low grade copies, and I paid a total of $60 for both.
There you go.
But again,
that's like you said, he made a profit.
Yeah, I'm sure he only paid I'm sure that back,
He paid 75 cents.
like 10,
I was finna say he paid less than $1 for that book.
Easily.
Books. And for him, $60 lick for 2 books. Matt was the fool to him.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's Midnight Marauder, especially in the daytime.
Do he know y'all both about to make a killing?
Yep.
Right.
But see, that and it goes back to the whole topic. Like,
like, nope.
I gladly give you a dollar today for a hamburger or whatever it is.
Matt about to sign off. But I mean, as far as it goes, man, it goes back to the thing. Like, are we going to continue to see a trend where whenever Disney, because Disney, let's be honest, these Disney Plus shows ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere, no time soon.
Nowhere. As long as they find.
And to be honest, you shouldn't sell the books because of the show. You should be trying to acquire them and keep them, because that means like they're not going nowhere. So you should keep them and let them keep growing until they really worth something. Then you sell them.
That's smart.
That's the smart thing to do. That's the part.
You hit it right on the head.
Not flipping. You don't want to flip for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
Yeah, you hit that right on the head, man. I just had a discussion the other day, man. When collecting, you don't buy stuff and then come off of it right then.
Right.
That's the worst thing you can do. It's like when people buy stocks. They buy stocks and they pay $1.75.
Day traders.
Day traders. And then you flip just like that quick.
Flip as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
Unless you come across a book for $1 that's worth $1,000, I'll flip it so quick.
If I won't. Book that ain't gonna hold that $1,000 value.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If it's a book like for instance, one of these bullshit books like this.
Jimmy Dean #3.
Like this, right. You know what I'm saying? This is $1, but you can sell it for 10. But it ain't gonna be a $10 book forever. It's only $10 right now. Exactly.
Jimmy Dean #3.
It comes down to just, but see though that brings it to a matter like Matt, like we've talked about, and I think Matt has said before, a matter of these stores and these collectors doing their research.
Yeah.
Like if you get lucky and you come up on a Hulk 181. You can sit on it for damn near forever because somebody somewhere is always going to want a Hulk 181.
Exactly.
Slabbed, unslabbed, raw, low grade, whatever. There are comic books that people
it could be chewed up. They're going to pay for it.
Exactly. You could have found it. You could have found it in the wall of your grandma's bathroom while you were remodeling. Somebody would buy it off you for $100. Yeah. There are certain comic books that people are always going to want. But to know what those comics are means you need to do your homework as a shop owner or as a collector, so you're not trying to make the quick buck. But unfortunately, like X said, with these newbies that are coming into comic book collecting, they're looking for the quick hustle. They're looking for that quick dollar. They went out, oh, this comic book's going to be lit. All right, let me go get it. Let me go buy 9, 10, 15 copies of it. And then let me try to sell each one of these copies that I paid $4 for, $5 for $60 to $80 a piece.
See, you would want somebody who don't know it to find that book and sell it for the cheap. You know, I want a fool to find a Hulk 181 and get it for the low and then sell it to me, thinking that he's getting over on me.
He's getting over.
Yeah, I'm winning.
It's a fine line though on that, because there are those that you can find like that, but then there are all those that, you know what I'm saying, that it's that fine having to weed through to find that one guy that's trying to make the quick buck and flip it, and you can get it on the low.
But then that's what I'm saying, like the dude that Matt bought them 2 Werewolf by Nights from, he kind of lit. He kind of lit. On his end, he like, woohoo. I'm about to eat at the Sizzler tonight.
Matt called him flipping like a Scooby-Doo villain. Yeah. Oh, it's Old Man Withers.
I bet got that dude like Grandpa Simpson, man.
He gonna eat at the Ponderosa.
He gonna be at the Ponderosa.
Quincy's with them rolls.
Quincy.
Did you say Grandpa Simpson?
Grandpa Simpson
rolls. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I mean, and as far as Disney Plus and eBay are concerned, it's a twofold thing. One is feeding the other. You know what I'm saying? As Disney Plus announces stuff, people on eBay scalping to try to sell whatever they can sell because of the announcement. There are people that probably there are sellers on eBay who pay more attention to the Disney like investor calls than probably actually Disney investors.
But I also think there's a lot of people on eBay.
No, you
that
laughing,
have a
but
lot of
people
books
do
for
that.
sale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
mean,
I think there's a lot of people on eBay that just have a lot of books for sale, and you can go on there and find these books when they get hot. You know what I'm saying? And you can go get them. Now, the question is, like you said, are you buying 5 and 6 of them because you want to flip them? Or are you, oh, shoot, I forgot about that book. Let me go buy it now before it gets out of hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's 2 ways of taking it. Like, you could be someone who's running, going through, collects runs, and you're not tripping off that book yet. But then all of a sudden now people start specking on it. Now you got to run out and pick up the pace on your run before you can't get it. So now you're eBay being that common market, you know what I'm saying? You're like, well, shit, I don't want to have to go run to all these stores and be a day late and $1 short. You know what I'm saying? Let me just go ahead and buy it for $5 plus shipping. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get it out of the way. So then you end up being a whole part of that whole thing where you could have got that book for $1, but if you wait, you might not find it for $1, and there ain't gonna be none on eBay for you to get. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. Look at that Spawn 310.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's unprecedented what we're seeing, man, and I think it's probably going to just get worse.
Yeah,
because we haven't even gotten to like these X-Men. Like I said, these X-Men characters, Mystique. Man,
it's going to be
ridiculous. I mean, we're seeing that locally. We're seeing that.
That's the thing, man. That going back to the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, I could be crazy too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sharon Carter's Mystique.
Right, if they decide to spin that.
Maybe
I could see it.
Another year or two, they do another story. They don't say it, and then all of a sudden, all this whole time, she's been Mystique.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
I mean, Mystique runs Madripoor in the comic books, so it ain't that far fetched.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
they
just a matter of
there was that. Remember when they did all the Dakin spec because somebody left that website open, and if you put the crate's number in there, it said his name, and then it said Mystique.
Yeah.
Why would they put Mystique on there? Why would they even mention her? She wasn't a part of the story. Nothing.
Well, see, now what you've done, Remo, you just driven up all of those
books.
Those books
but I'm just saying, though.
$2,000 books.
They already high like rent. And those are books that you should be having anyway. All of us should have 1 or 2 of them. But you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got one by now, you ain't gonna get it when that happens.
Hey, here you go. Look at Barbarian. You doing the X-Men run? Get it filled now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Whatever run it is that has to do with X-Men, you better do it now.
You should have been on that hunt
2 years
ago, right?
Look at Al.
House of X Powers 10. You should have been running for that. You should be like, shit. They going back to these old books.
But it's great. Like, I feel like Far Sector is
let them do Alpha Flight and Al in the money, ain't it?
Hey, I'd be like, you know how Dave Chappelle at the end of the show where he was like,
I'm rich.
I've been y'all know I've been preaching Alpha Flight for years.
I made sure that was one of the first when I got back in the comics. I said that's the first book I bought was an Alpha Flight number 1 through like I was like, let me finish this run right quick. I don't know when it's gonna get crazy. Let me go and get this one.
And you know what Sean just said? That could actually.
Yeah, I thought of that too.
Because you know they're doing that secret invasion. Somebody that's currently in the MCU landscape got to be a Skrull that's up there with Nick Fury.
They already talking about her being a Skrull though.
Yeah,
but rumors.
So that's what I was thinking. Also, is the whole the Iron Wars is coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to assume that she's part of the whole stealing of these suits. You know what I'm saying? Or getting
what I said, Al.
Yeah, you did say that.
Fucking Daredevil finna explode.
Yeah.
Again.
Iron Fist.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like concrete because they already talking about Spider-Man 3 gonna open up in the court with Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock is, yeah.
But then they said also though that Iron Fist might be in Shang-Chi. Possibly.
I doubt that. I doubt that. The only reason I doubt that because they just recently said that they were going to use those characters, and Shang-Chi is damn near done. You know what I'm saying?
It's done. It's finished.
Unless they then pulled the wool over everybody's eyes,
Right.
be tight-lipped.
I hope it's a new. I hope it
Like
ain't
the San Francisco
that shit that
49ers.
we got.
What the name is? Finn Jones.
We
The
getting Mac
hippie.
Jones.
Finn Balor.
That's
That
what I started to say.
I just whoever they get, I hope he wears shoes.
Yeah.
That's all you
They
got.
said it was
Just
going to
hoping.
be the Living Weapon storyline.
Okay, hold on. So let me get this straight. So it has finally been confirmed that Charlie Cox is in the new Spider-Man movie.
They didn't say Charlie Cox. They said Daredevil and Matt
Right.
Murdock.
It's Charlie
There's a
Cox,
difference.
man.
Yeah,
They'd be
yeah.
stupid to replace that dude, man. For real.
I agree.
Look, hey Matt, look up his IMDb or whatever. See if it says.
It ain't in there. It ain't in there.
They
They
gonna hide.
got that on lock, son.
Yeah,
They ain't. Mm-mm.
they'll sue the whole website.
You
I know
you
that.
have to
They'll shut
catch
everything
Sony
down.
slipping before you catch Disney slipping on that
That's through
one.
the earth.
Right. And win.
Say hey, it say Spider-Man in the bottom, and it say you like, oh shit. Somebody need to erase that.
They'll shut it all down.
Enough said.
The hell.
Hey man, Disney can bring Stan Lee back to life right now.
Boy, don't you know?
All
Think
right.
they ain't got the money to
Hey,
do it.
Walt did this supposed to be somewhere in some
Somewhere.
cryogenic chamber.
He-
Right?
Hey, after that verdict, he ain't coming back.
Disney gonna keep his wits about him.
He was like, you know what? I'm good. Let me just stay
I'm
down
good.
here. Let me keep
Yeah.
making these barbecued chicken grilled cheese sandwiches.
Damn.
No.
I'm saying I'm bad shit.
It is now time
Yeah,
for
playing my
our
heartstrings.
home. And I will kick things off tonight. We have
some
It's
jump.
been a long time since he started one out.
You know what that
You
means?
Promise Me Darkness, number
Right.
one.
Y'all notice how his lights got extremely bright just then?
You gotta have good lighting. You gotta have good lighting for
Something.
stuff like that.
Is
Yes,
Killing
sir.
the Children, number one. Eighth Print,
This is Steve Harvey.
Berserker,
The shiny cover.
the Shining Cup.
I still ain't read none of it.
It's a
Me neither.
it's
I
a
just
clusterfuck.
got it. I got it just to get the book, the other book.
It's a clusterfuck.
Damn.
Spawn.
I could not find that. I could not find that cover to save my life.
Is that the auto? Who
No,
did
this
that?
is somebody else, man.
Ain't that the cover? That's the A cover, ain't it?
Yeah.
They got that up there. I seen it today.
Really? It wasn't up there on Wednesday when I went.
It's in there. I saw
And
it.
I picked up the Marvel.
Alex.
Very
Ross.
nice.
That dude.
Alright.
Have y'all watched him draw like
Yeah.
that? Oh my god.
I saw him
That's
do
all
the
you
Marvel
got?
versus DC cover.
That's
Man,
it.
Oh wow.
All right, Al.
I'm surprised.
Oh wow.
Hey, man, I'm gonna show some books for Matt because
I mean, that's a red herring, man. That's a red herring. He gonna come back. He was like, oh, look at this. I got this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna be
Nope.
15 slabs.
I got a new camera.
Al, I was so gonna ask if you needed that Endeavor because I got an extra one.
Bruh. The Flame Hero Endeavor.
Oh, you got to hook that
Endeavor.
Al where you just flip over to the
Yeah, man.
Endeavor.
You got OBS over there.
Yes. Okay. Shout out to Matt for getting this for me. This is how I do my videos, man. My haul videos, man.
Look at them shorts, man.
Richie Rich was the player, man.
Hey,
Look at that part.
Straight player.
Rich, that dude. Richie Rich and New Kids on the Block, number one. I'm a
Or
fan
that's
of
a
Richie
combo.
Rich.
I just realized your tag says the fourth guy reunit.
You know how to keep it fresh for 2021, you suckers. Shout out to man again for getting this for me. The silver coin.
That was actually really good.
I still ain't read it. I haven't read it either.
I picked it up because last time we did a video, all y'all had it, and I was like, well, it's got to be some good. Let me go. And that.
I just got it because it was the image #1.
Geiger #1.
There's a glow in the dark skull. Yeah,
shout out to Matt
Matt
for getting this one for me from out of town when we could have got it from our LCS, but you know.
So I see the skull in there, but is that a hand on top of the cloud too?
It looks like a hand actually palming the skull.
Right.
With you. Mm-hmm. Crime Syndicate #2.
Trying to find
I like them
dark
better
skull
than the
cover.
Justice League.
A little gapped out.
Yeah, man. Superwoman versus the world.
Showing all the goods, huh?
Cult of Dracula. I bought this one a couple weeks ago, man. I got #1.
Did you go to the store today, Al? You said you went to the store?
Yeah, I actually got this one today. I didn't know this one came out.
Did you see all the Vampirillas up at the store, man?
Bruh, you know I ragged Tommy about that when I went up that Thursday, man. I told him, I said, man, y'all must gonna be doing a Vampirilla cosplay convention or something.
Oh, wow. It was all out there like that?
Oh, my God. You know what? Hey, I got something for you too, Sean. I need to get it out to you, man. But when I saw that Stone Cold Steve, man, my heart... Man, if y'all don't know who Stone Cold Steve White is, man, this dude is one of the most generous cats in the comic community. And when he okay you, man, you have to be sitting down and laying down when you open it up because you'll be like, oh, my gosh.
Don't be under the stairs like me because you might stand up and hit your head.
Nah, I don't do that, bro. I'm going to be in my living room laying on the floor so I can't touch nothing. Berserker #2, I went ahead and picked it up, man. I'm going to go 5 issues. And if it ain't worth a quarter, it just ain't worth a quarter.
I mean, the first issue was cool. I haven't read the second one, but it is what it is. I can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm just going to stop at 2.
Yeah. I mean,
I have a 5-issue limit now. And if it's good after 5 issues, I roll with it. But if not, at least I have 5 issues so when I make a label for it, it won't look ill-informed. You know?
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Now, this is a good-ass book.
Mm-hmm.
2 Moons. This is some good reading right here, fellas.
Is that a zombie riding a horse?
Yep. This story is set back in the Civil War. And the main antagonist is actually a Native American indigenous. And he's trying to come to grips with his heritage. And there's a whole bunch of ish that's going on between the time the story starts up until now. I hadn't read this one yet because I just bought this one earlier this week. But it is the first 2 books are jam up. So you had to get my boy. Shout out to Tommy Skaggs for putting this in my pull list. Monsters and Protectors, and I ended up getting. He actually pulled this one for me. The Toho variant. This is from some old stock footage of the old Gojira movie from 1954.
The creases in the suit.
I'm telling you, rubber, straight up latex. I know it was stinking in there, but anyway. This is another good book right here, man. Aftershock, man, they put out some really good stuff. Nuclear Family, this is a good ass book.
I keep seeing it. I just ain't. I didn't know what it was. I seen the one thing with gas masks on the cover.
Well, the story starts in like Middle America, like 1950, 1955. They going about their day, and then towards the end of the book, Russia just dropped an atomic bomb on their ass in Middle America. Like straight up. You see the dude's boot right here? Got the Soviet. Bruh, this is a good ass book right here, man. Nuclear Family.
Nuke shit out of us.
Crossover #6. Yes.
Stopped that after issue 2, I think. 2 or 3.
So what now, Remo?
I think I stopped that after 3. It just I just couldn't do it.
I'm gonna stick with it till these 10 issues. Donnie Case, man, his guard country was dope.
Mm-hmm.
The Rednecks is dope, even though I'm way behind on that. So, he does pretty good. And, strangely enough, man, I don't even check his mainstream stuff. Most of Donny Cates stuff I read is like independent stuff. So, well, all of his stuff is independent. Then I got the Savage Dragon variant.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, Al.
Yes, sir.
Al.
Uh-huh.
On that copy right there, if you look at it, does it look like it's old as dirt?
Yep. It looks
Okay.
like it's beat up.
Okay, all right. I feel better now.
And it's funny because when I got this the other day, Sadie looked at it. She was like, "Is this book old?" I said, "Nah, because it's $4 up here. Nah, this ain't old."
That's what Josh did too. He looked at his, and I was like, "That's the only one over there. I take it."
Something is killing the Cheerings. Number 1. This is like the 8th print, I think. Isn't it right, Matt?
Yep, 8th print.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This the one that you had to get. You had to buy number 1, and it had a coupon in it.
A coupon.
You had a coupon in it. So this one probably gonna be a slab because this is the only something that's killing the children book I actually have. So
I'm picking mine up tomorrow.
American Vampire, 1976, number 7. After reading the 3 Jokers, man, I fell in love with the Black Label. DC Black Label.
Hey, Black Label been dope.
Black Label is on point, man. Like
they got the ones I consider reading.
So, Cheering of the Atom, number 2. I read the first one. It was cool. So I figured I'd pick up the second one. 5-issue rule. If it get real stupid towards the 5th issue, I'm dropping it. Boy. God of War number 2. I actually got an extra copy of this. I don't know how I got it. I guess I was eager to get it. So if anybody that need it, it's yours. So
You see that book jumping up too.
this?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, maybe they about to announce the second book. I mean, the second game. So
Well, they already announced that.
I'm talking about like a release date. They ain't really gave no definitives for it yet.
2022.
You can't even find the PlayStation 5s yet.
I'm good.
I still ain't found one out here.
Hey, baby, I don't like how you said
I'm
that,
good.
man.
All right.
I'm good.
I'm just saying.
You peasant somebody for me. Immortal Hulk 45. Immortal Hulk need to go to Quincy's and eat some geek.
I was finna say,
In bad shape, boy.
He in bad shape.
it looked like 28 days later.
36 plus 5 days later. But this is actually coming to an end, I think, at issue 50. So once I get issue 50, I'm gonna go back and pick up the rest of them. Barbarian. Hey man, if you can find any of the older books, like from like issues 1 to 26 of this right here, let me know, man. Hit me up.
I'm surprised that Marvel let that one go 50 issues.
What happened was it was supposed to actually end, I think, at 25 or 26.
And they kept
But,
going.
yeah, it kept going because the book is so popular. They, Marvel couldn't pass up on their money. So
I mean, when you got a good thing, keep it going.
yeah, I agree.
That's what we've been preaching that ever since we started the show.
Yep. Carmen number 2.
That's actually a really good book.
I haven't read the first one yet, man, but I figured I ain't gonna even lie. I'm so far behind on some of my books, man, for real. I picked this one up. I just saw it. Phantom on the Scan, number 1. It's an Aftershock book. Proctor Valley Road.
Aftershock does do good stuff. I love their Rough Riders comic was good.
Rough Riders, but DMX got a comic book.
No, it's an Aftershock
Swiss
comic.
beats
that's
with
kinda-
swords.
I'm just playing.
It's kind of like
Gaga number 1. I think this is the 5th print.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
glow-in-the-dark cover.
He's in the 5th print.
Something like that. Hold up. Let me check something. Let me see something.
It just came out, didn't it?
That's the glow in the dark cover.
It ain't dark enough in here. I want to see if it
It looks
glows.
like it. It looks like there's something.
It
Oh,
does.
is that the one that
is-
glow with the
I've
skull?
been hunting.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. That comic is going for $17 right now on eBay. It is still low.
Hey, you need a UV light.
I don't
Right,
know,
need a black
man.
light?
I might have. I don't know. Yes, I need a UV light. Yes.
Okay.
The Girls of Dimension 13. I don't know what the hell this book's about, but it's a number one, so I went and picked it up.
With the bell bottom.
Right,
The
Jackie
flowers.
Brown. Man. Foxy
That's
Brown.
Foxy.
What they-
Haha, number 4.
Yep.
I think it's number 4.
I play this game on my iPad that look like that, and you got to match stuff. You
Shut up.
know what I'm talking about?
This the B cover right here. And
You
this is
can't
the
call
A
that
cover.
stuff out of pile of junk and match it up.
Nice.
I almost bought that one today.
This is actually a good book, man.
It is.
Yeah.
They're not terrible.
No,
That Pennywise, ain't it?
Nah, they're all different stories. They're just about clowns.
yeah, he high on something.
No, I'm saying it almost looked like Pennywise.
Oh yeah.
Now this book intrigued me because of the cover. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr.
David Mack cover, man.
Hey, that's a one if that. Well, no. That's not the that's a variant,
Yeah,
but it's not the
well,
one at 50.
I think the one at 50 it's a virgin.
Yeah.
This looked much better than the A cover. The A cover looked like doo-doo. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. Rain Like Hammers number 4. The artwork is crude, but I really like the story.
That's all that matters sometimes.
Somebody bent over.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, like
Banging
a
and
robot.
banging.
I was like, do I got a dirty
Banging and
Banging
banging.
stuff in something? I got a butt plug?
In a doggy style
Hey.
position.
Banging and
Ain't no
banging.
X-rated book, so I don't know why.
Hey, Shannon all over that one.
Sword
Banging
number
and banging.
5.
Man, I've been wanting to grab that. That's
This
where it's
right here?
sold out. Yeah. Because that's got that dude's first appearance, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's
Um,
got something to do with Krakoa.
Hey Puff, don't let Matt fool you. He got a haul video coming.
Right.
The Trials of Ultraman number 2.
Hell, you do got a nice little
They
stat
got
tonight, though.
another one like Ultraman? Or
I
is
hope
this-
it's better than the first Ultraman.
This is the second series for Ultraman. I like Ultraman. WebX number 1. I'm way behind on my X-Men books, but I still buy them.
Man, how many different X's can they have?
A
It's
lot.
a different story. This is just about.
Well, you know they got a book now, man, that I was scoffing at. It's called X Corp, and it's Angel and Sunspot because they're like the 2 richest mutants. So apparently they got something going on. I don't know, man. It's the 90s all over again.
There
So
are at least 12.
Sunspot inheriting his
This is
parents'
supposed to be a
money.
limited series, though. Yeah, basically, because his dad was a billionaire, and when he died, he inherited the business.
Didn't he buy AIM before the whole Crack Cold thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when they did that U.S. Avengers, where
Uh-huh.
it was him and Red Hulk, Cannonball, and a couple. America Chavez was in there too, I think. So yeah,
She done been in every group.
basically.
Man, speaking of that, I finally watched that awful New Mutants movie.
Yeah, we saw that. I don't see why you wasted your time, man.
Somebody asked me to watch it with them.
You promised me darkness number 1. I'm scared to open this book.
You don't want to let nothing up in the house.
Wow, this shit
Not
going
no-
on.
no,
man.
no.
Like, that face gonna be mine when I finish reading it and shit. Like, come on, bro. But I got this one too.
You know what?
The first one.
I like that one better than the
You got that
first one you
cover price
showed.
over there?
Yeah.
Hey, this is one when we went over there, man, and me and Shannon was over there, and yeah, both of you were cover price.
Boy.
Hey, and last but not least,
Heart to hearts.
I didn't
I
put
think-
this one.
I think
Oh,
somebody
my,
had a heart to heart with him.
No, Tommy just was looking out for a brother. That's all. I got this from Larry a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Larry. It's the complete collection of the new Avengers.
Nice.
Yeah, so he gave me this about 3 weeks ago. I wanted to put it in my haul video that I just sent to Matt, but I forgot. So Shout out Larry Crocker for this. That's gonna do it for me, man.
Big
All
time
right.
Larry hooking it up.
Hey, he got enough of them.
Man.
All right. Oh, yeah, the surprise attack just throwing people up on the screen, huh?
No
Want to
one.
know nothing, right? All right. So I got Berserk number 2.
Bazooka.
You got a fall cover.
Yeah, it is. It actually look good to me. I'm surprised. But like I said, I just grabbed one so I can get this other copy.
Definitely been impressed by the covers.
Went ahead and grabbed this one too. That's why I asked Al that his look old and decrepit, like it was in somebody's wall.
Yeah, it was. They made it like that, man. I think it's
Just
pretty
making
dope.
sure.
And that's that Marvel paper.
Basically,
That's Sean that's the Marvel paper.
Got
people
Spawn.
with people.
Got that Spawn 317.
Mhm.
And I went ahead and got the black and white copy too.
Nice.
You got that from whatchamacallit?
Cover price. With my discount. Because it somehow, some way ended up in my pull list. No, I didn't ask for it, but hey, I like the cover.
Hey, it might be Thomas Skaggs. You never know. Shout out.
It
to
might
Thomas
be.
Skaggs.
But I went
like
ahead and
that
grabbed
one.
this one.
That's a dope cover though.
Hey, you don't see
Ooh, yeah.
yeah. That's why I grabbed this one. I was like, please be up there, and it was. So,
I was looking at stuff files.
and I just realized I'm barely calling out the name of these books. Batman Black and White, number 1, 5.
Number
Damn,
5.
they at number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
behind. I'm like number 2.
got the. I can't remember if this is the B or the C cover,
That's the one I want.
but I got this one.
That's Momoko, ain't it?
No,
No.
ain't no way this Momoga. He too masculine. There's no way.
Yeah.
Mocha.
And I went ahead and grabbed this copy as well.
All right then.
That the Joker?
It
Riddler.
looked like it. No, it is a Riddler. Yeah, it is a Riddler. Went ahead and got Detective Comics 1035. Good God, this glare is something else. There we go.
Shining.
And went ahead and got Nightwing 78 second print.
Mm.
I love this cover. When I saw it, just the
Good.
cover. Oof.
Is that who appeared in that book?
You want me to be honest with you, I couldn't even tell you because I haven't read it yet. I'm missing like 3 issues, and if I'm missing the issue, I keep getting the rest of the books, but I won't read it until I actually can read the whole story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like
But-
me. That's why I ain't.
Got 79. And somehow, some way, I walked out, even though it's an older, well, I can't say older, couple weeks old, but went ahead and got this copy of Joker number 2. I don't know how I didn't pick it up when I picked up the other copies when it came out.
Hey, how you think that book's gonna fare, man? Like honestly.
Hey man, I tell you, like, I haven't read issue 2, but issue 1 was good. I really enjoyed issue number 1, and it left me like wishing that this book came out every week. You know what I'm saying?
Who's writing it?
You know what? I couldn't even tell you.
That's a good question.
Hey, right. I can't say this guy's name. It began with a T. Tynion.
Tinian, James Tinian, the 4th.
Oh, stalker.
Man, he writes some good stuff, man.
Like, you just
But-
write a good book. That's all it is.
Went ahead and got this Rorschach right here, number 7. This store is pretty good, but I'm missing number 5, so I gotta number 4, so I gotta find that one so I can get caught up on that. And I got this copy right, this cover right here too. And I got 2 more things to show. Al posted this on IG or posted in the group, but went ahead and had to get my boy Static Shock.
Static Shock.
They have that. You said that was at
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic.
Yeah, it's a
I
Hot
gotta get
Topic
me one.
exclusive.
Gotta get me a static.
I gotta go
I
back.
can go and see if they got some more here. They had a decent amount, and I went ahead and picked this one up right here.
Ooh,
Oh snap!
That was a Hot Topic too.
This is a GameStop exclusive right here.
Yep, I saw him the other day.
It would
Yeah,
have been dope
nice.
if that one was glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Don't give me no ideas, Al. But that's it
Go
for my
ahead and
haul.
paint it. Go ahead and paint it.
Oh man, you right. He just be throwing you out there like, hey, come. No warning, no nothing.
No spit, no nothing, just
No,
dry.
just hey,
Dry.
What you got in your haul?
Take this.
Right.
Grab them damn books.
You'll be all right.
I got Carmen number 1. This from last week. This ain't even this week yet. Carmen number 1. It's not the cover I wanted. I wanted the red one, but they were out of it. Picked up Green Lantern number 1. Just because Teen Lantern's going to be officially joining the Green Lantern, so I had to get I had to get the Owlman Crime Syndicate 2 cover. That was the better cover to me. The Superwoman Ultraman cover was cool, but the Owlman cover just looked better.
Oh, James Woods.
And Suicide Squad number 2. Talon joining the Suicide Squad. I had to get that.
Which Talon is that?
The most current one. The most current one to get his butt whooped by Batman and get thrown in.
I was gonna say the one that took over after the Quarter Owls.
Right, that one.
I got you.
So this week I picked up the Ruby Justice League crossover book. Number 1. Got Witchblade. Number 2, lucked out again to get the Torrid cover. Tarot cover. You got Radiant Black number 3. I did pick up Robin and get the wraparound variant cover. I'm gonna give it at least a couple issues to see if it actually is worth anything.
I got a feeling it's gonna be like the Robin King.
Right. Or like, what is it? The Re-R Robin story arc that was there for
Oh
a
my
minute?
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked up Alien number 2. Story's
Like
not there
a
so far.
skinny John Cena.
All right.
Damn it. I ain't gonna never unsee that. Thank you. I ain't gonna never unsee that now. Damn it.
But you can't see him.
I picked up Haha number 4. Got the Something That's Killing the Children number 1. I'm like you, Al. This is the only one I got. The other stuff I got is trade paperbacks that I got of the comic.
You know what's funny? I can't even say that I got mine for free because I had to buy 2 books to get it.
Berserker number 2, I decided not to spend the extra $1 and not get a foil cover. I just wanted.
You had that option?
Yes.
It feel like all he had was 4 covers at our shop.
Yeah. That was the cover in my pull list, and then on the shelf you had the 4 one and the regular ones on there, so I actually had the option. X-Men Legends number 3. I love this 90s X-Men look and feel, and the storylines that are getting finished. I'm enjoying it. Superman Red and Blue number 2.
Why he look like Adam Driver right there?
It's the chin. Yeah, I said it when I
You got the Kylo Ren variant.
Yeah. Picked up Titans Academy also. There was no way this cover was getting passed up. Like, they had both of them, but this was definitely the better cover. Picked up Batman Urban Legends number 2, the Katana variant cover. Then I picked up Noctera issue 2. And I picked up I decided to pick up Image because it was a number 1. I pulled the X at home number 1.
You put the X pulling the mat.
I got that number 1.
I got a question, just because it's right there in the first book you showed that Ruby. What is significant about Ruby?
Ruby is
Anime.
it's right. It's an anime that was done by a guy named Matty if I'm not mistaken. But he created Ruby all by himself. Like when it was originally coming out on YouTube, he did the coloring, the animation, the drawing, all of that, everything all by himself. And then he got kind of big and he got picked up by Rooster Teeth, the same people that did the Halo Red versus Blue, and they picked it up and started doing it. And so now they do the Ruby cartoon on their Rooster Teeth channel. And they're doing a crossover with DC, and the art style has completely changed. Like the entire Justice League looks way more anime than they probably ever have. Actually,
It looks and like Japanese anime or American anime.
Japanese anime, more like Japanese anime. Yeah. And then I actually ended up only have a few things left that I came across. So I ended up I ordered some comics from Golden Apple Comics, and I finally got my order in. I got my Savage Sword of Conan Alex Ross cover.
Don't it take forever for them to ship out?
Sometimes it does. And the thing that brought me to them was the Storm Shadow Poison Purple Rain cover. I had to get it when I saw it.
Dig, if you will, the picture.
I got a Kiss variant that I picked up from my brother because he's a huge Kiss fan.
Hell no, that's the GSX homage.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons why I got it also. Like my brother's a Kiss fan, but then the Giant Size X-Men homage cover was just like I got to get it even more so because that's just a really cool cover. But then going through some stuff, I also got I found some stuff that I think I know Al will appreciate. I found this comic when I thought I'd gone through and bagged everything already, and turns out I missed some stuff. And then found Wolverine 42. Well, Marvel Comics presents number 42. Wolverine and Wonder Man. Union Jack's in it on the back. It's a wraparound cover with Union Jack and like Black Widow on it and everything. Found a bunch of stuff that I thought I'd already gone. I found some John Carter of Mars comics that I didn't even know I owned. But that's pretty much it for me though. Like there's just a whole bunch of stuff I came across that I found that I'm gonna do a haul video for Matt. Because Matt has requested that my videos get a little bit longer. So I have.
Hey, what you had on that plate?
I will ask him that at the beginning, man. It look like a camel just killed.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's exactly what I had on the plate. That's exactly. I had a hamburger and
you can't screw out the air fryer. Shit. Oh, okay, we all read that. Okay. I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, you straight no chaser right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to chase this Echo run inside of Daredevil. So I got number 11. This is like her second appearance in the Daredevil story.
How much that set you back, Remo?
This one right here. This cost me like $8.
All right, I know some folk taxing on them Echoes, man.
Nah, I'm trying. I got these were all out the cover price bin, the dollar bin, pretty much. You know, so
I hope I'm not spoiling this for anybody, but you know she's the new host of the Phoenix, right?
I've seen that too. Yep. Yeah. So 51.
Al face.
52. I don't got 53 or 54, but I got 55.
I like that right there. Is that her?
I like them. They're all the David Mack covers. So he did
the Mack covers nice.
I'm trying to get most of those. Trying to get some of the keys, but the keys, woo, they highlight rent. So got this Ultimates number 1. This stuff I got like at a half price book. So this Ultimates number 1. Got this.
Hey, Remo.
Yeah.
What's that Legends right there? I see one of them look like Spider-Gwen.
Miles and Spider-Gwen.
Okay, that is Miles. Okay.
Yeah, my daughter, these are for her, but she uses my computer to play Roblox and all her other games. So when she's streaming with her friends, she have that stuff in the background. Until I gotta buy her a gaming PC, and then she'll leave my area alone. So, but I got this Moon Knight. I just bought this because of cover, and it was like $1. So Got this Moon Knight. It's number 16.
So weren't you the one that brought up Moon Knight earlier?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah. Because I was trying to do the other one, and then I'm like, I already got all these, and I'm like, and then I hear that, and I'm like, damn, I want it to be action packed, and I want it to be as violent as Invincible. So I'm hoping that, you know what I'm saying, that it's like, because that's how the comics are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He pretty brutal, so, but Storm number 3, these are all cover buys. Those are at $1. These are books I got within the last week, the Alien number 2. Non-Stop Spider-Man number 2. Thor number 14. Over this story, man. I'm so over this stuff. ENIAC number 2.
Don't you hate when you collecting something and you hate the story, but you already collecting it?
You already invested, man. You want
right?
I'm like Al. I give him 5 issues and then that's it. The Alien, man, I don't remember requesting that on my pull list, so I'm trying. I hope you didn't just sneak it in there, but I got the first 2 issues.
Man. He did a good job.
Yeah, right. Tanker's number 1. That's because I didn't change up my list, and I was like, man, I got to change this list. So Tanker's number 1. This is the other Bad Idea issue. Got a couple copies of the Radiant Black second print. I'm not feeling it, but I'm trying. I got to give them 5. So
you know what? That was just one story, man. I just couldn't go past 5.
It's slow.
I just bought issue 1.
I want them
A and B. That was it.
Use the suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing, man? Like,
I just want to chop him in the throat, man. In the first,
do something, bro. You got this suit, man. That's like having a Lamborghini. You scared to take it out,
right?
I got.
Don't be scared.
This Black Knight.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, with the Elsa Bloodstone cover.
All right, over.
Champions number 6 with the Juggernaut Doom.
Oh man, I forgot that was even out. I didn't even see that.
He looked like Nimrod.
I know, right?
Hemorrhoid.
Yeah, Nimrod.
3.
Jugger Doom.
But I thought they said Castlevania.
These I got in the this was picked up this week, so I got it's the only cover I could find. This is the Black Widow. This Blade cover. I wish I could have found one of the A covers or whatever, but couldn't find
that Miles Morales and that Spider-Gwen are pretty dope.
Yeah, Marvel's number 1.
Yeah, I know Riri about to get her figure. It's about to come out.
I know. I just seen it today, man. I'm like, fuck
yeah,
find that shit.
Man, I got a pre-order.
Hey man, am I the only one that noticed Thor's head moving behind him?
It's a blanket or whatever.
Bro. I got a fan.
Thor back there giving his approval of all the Marvel.
Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I'm finna tell y'all, hey, I'm logging out.
1978 second print.
I don't want none of my posters to come alive.
The good vibes.
Have you guys seen the Nightwing the Nightwing cover where it's like all the different versions of Nightwing walking up the side of the building like the 66 Batman?
I haven't seen it in person.
Yeah,
that cover's pretty. I'll send it to the group right quick, but that cover's pretty dope.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just haven't seen it in person.
Yeah.
Hey Remo, look at that comment.
You about to? Now, which ones did I show 2 copies of?
All of them.
I will. When I pre-order, I usually pre-order 2. I'm a pre-order 1 because they charge so much in shipping. I just get 2. So these I picked up this week for my LCS.
See.
Hey man, hey dog. This is the second print. This book is already $40, and it's only been out.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. I'm sorry.
I waited so long to get the second print.
Let me mute my mic.
I got this Teen Titans Academy too.
Hey man,
got
Remo, your hand ain't got to shake when you showing DC books. All right.
I got the A cover too. This is on my pull list, actually. I've been trying to do that.
What?
Yeah.
Is that book any good?
I got the 1 in 25 Miles Morales.
Al, I haven't read it yet.
The Amazing Spider-Man 64. Not really feeling this much. I mean, I jumped on when he got the new suit. I mean, it's cool, but we'll see.
What does
Damn, he done already went back.
2 issues.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
2 issues.
Yeah, I knew that. I should have known better. And I got the Berserker, the foil cover, and the
Shiny cover.
I got both covers.
That just look like Daredevil to me. Like a Daredevil cover.
And I got 2 of these. And then I got these are the preludes for the Avengers Endgame. Got the first appearance of White Wolf. Those up out the
Nice.
back bin. I got a second print of Savage Avengers #1.
I actually like that cover better than the first print.
I just dig the how they change. They make them red if they're not red like that solid. They're white and red.
Yeah.
Got these today. Black Hammer 1. Convergence Aquaman #1. Avengers AI #1. Secret Avengers
That's a St. Patrick's Day theme, man.
#7. I don't know. This might turn into something soon. Secret Avengers 7. Shang-Chi cover. Original Sin, Mighty Avengers #10. I just because your boy was on the cover.
Adam Bashir.
People say
Morales
Superman.
#9.
Love that cover.
I got the first. I got most of them, so I want to make sure I don't have this issue, so I was just trying to finish the run. Black Widow #1. Found this in a turn back bin. This is Daredevil 25, the 3rd print.
It's like the simplest covers are always the dopest ones.
I got most of these, but I grabbed this because it's Once and Future #2, but this is like the 3rd print.
Number what?
#2.
That book been out forever. Is that new?
Yeah, but this is a 3rd print, so I grabbed it. It was on the shelf, so
It's a good comic.
I got the whole first 10 run, but you know what I'm saying, I seen that one's like a 3rd print, so I grabbed that one. And this is a little
one.
I got this one in the mail this week. This is Amazing Spider-Verse, Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Verse. Was it #9? This is the 2nd appearance of Spider-Gwen. And the robot, also the one that looked like a Shogun warrior.
Yeah.
His first appearance in that one. And I grabbed these. These are 2nd print Thunderbolts, #144, but they got Baron Zemo. I thought it looked kind of tight.
That is.
Zemo swole, ain't it?
Right?
Good God.
Big motherfucker, huh?
Zemo-
He's straight out the raft.
Zemo about to drop that mixtape.
Like Biggie Smalls is the illest. And then this one was found this.
Zemo came back like Timberland, didn't he? Good God.
Punisher #3, 2nd print. Grab that one. And
Zemo
last but not least,
dropped the mixtape, and everybody thought it was an album.
went to one of these shops that I ain't never been to, and seen this crisp copy on the wall.
Oh yeah.
For a little bit of nothing, and so I couldn't leave it behind. I actually did leave it behind the first time, and then somebody showed me in the error of my ways, so I had to turn around and go back.
He was convicted by the Lord upon going to his car.
And no, can't leave that on the wall. So now I got a copy because, as Al referenced earlier, Stone Cold Steve Whiting AOK my daughter a copy of this, It's probably a 9.8, so I had to find myself one because he said that is not for you, sir. That is for her. So,
Claire,
got me
let me be specific in this.
Yeah.
You don't keep it.
Like, that is her copy. I'm like, I got you, girl. So I got me one now. So
Excellent.
that's
All
my
right.
haul.
Well, with that, I want to tell everybody thanks for hanging in there with us. What you got there? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I've been trying to find that copy actually. I'm
You
muted.
got you muted.
You're on mute.
It was in a box of comics under my work table that I thought I'd already scanned and put into the collection. And I was like, why do I even own a copy of The Punisher Meets Archie? But whatever.
But if you ain't channeling your inner Larry Crocker on that one, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
There's the other two.
Nope.
Sorry about that. There's the Walt Disney one that I meant to look forward to find for you.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
The Beagle Brothers.
I thought
I
you
ain't
about
seen
to
that
go
in so long.
the bugles on that plate back though.
And then
Every
Archie and me.
time you switch to Chris, there's a different snack in the back.
Right.
What you
It's
got
just
back
moving
there,
around
Chris?
back there. That is
God.
Matt or Al on point back there. I was like, I see them bugles you got back there.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Bugles come through in the clutch, though, so I ain't mad at you.
brother.
I'm not mad at you, player. When them bugles come through in the clutch.
Yeah.
Boy, don't
Hey, I
you
be
know?
hitting the vending
Number
machine. Hey, when I need a spike, boy, I go to the vending machine and get me some bugles. So I know exactly what you're saying, man. Those
All right.
bad boys will get you right.
So on that note, everybody, want to tell you all have a good night. Peace.